already in position.
You want to hold hands with Michael, dude? It's all be my
I want to hold hands with Michael.
I don't get jealous, dude. I don't mind sharing.
All right. Oh, so
you're an adult. What are you doing here with the rest of us, man? You're better than this.
Everyone rushes out of the stores, right? I get out of the car, just underwear's on, pulling my pants up.
Realistically, and I think me and Dakota have talked about it. If we were there, we probably would have tried something and probably got killed.
Dakota's reactions, you made it hella funny. Like, he'd be like, you fucking stink. Like,
and like all the questions they had, I was just like, yo, these questions fucking suck, man.
Yeah. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck that person or whatever. Like,
oh, shit.
You kiss my ass and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. But without further ado, do we want to do like
it off? Huh?
Yeah, do we want to start off with the whole like one detail about like the person, and then we get an intro going?
Yeah,
like
sure.
You know, you get started off first then.
Well,
what's one thing you like about him? You could point at him if you want. He's right there.
Nerd in the Bay. So what really pops out to me is for sure heavily into pop culture. Wrestling, which we'll get into.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, we're doing an intro, so like we'll get into that. But I do got to talk to you about that. So yeah, wrestling, pop culture, commentary, all in it. I don't even remember like exactly when we met. It was just like, boom, you're here, and like you're doing it. You're on the scene. So that's hype for sure.
Cool.
I guess it's me next, right?
Yeah,
I'm the letter A, so yeah.
You should be over there, but yeah.
I mean, he wanted to sit in the middle. So.
It's fine.
Well, I normally sit right here because like the shit's right there, but I put it all over there. If you want, we can always switch it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
This is
chill. It's fine. It's fine. Like we're already in position.
You want to hold hands with Michael, dude? It's all be my.
I want to hold hands with Michael.
I don't get jealous, dude. I don't mind sharing.
All right. Oh, so personally, what I like about you, and I think this is kind of cool, is that I was told that your nickname was Sweet Lips. It's like awesome.
Oh my god!
And you know, you got some sweet lips on the mic, and it's great. So I really appreciate that you put your nickname to use.
Yeah. I know where you got that. I immediately know where you got that.
All right. Well.
Oh, I don't really necessarily have a factoid. It's just more of an appreciation. I definitely have an appreciation how usually it ends up always being you and me like waiting for somebody else or something. And I always look at you and I'm always like, hey, nerd, you know, you're an adult. What are you doing here with the rest of us, man? You're better than this, man. You can. What are you doing here? Get out of here, man. But you still keep showing up, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
Dude, so Nerd in the Bay, man, this is epic to have you on. You bringing out already the NorCal Knockout. That's so cool.
So this was presented to me tonight before we started recording.
Oh,
so Dakota had this for like a whole like year.
Yeah,
almost practically a year since the last NorCal Knockout. He's like, yeah, I've been meaning to give this to you. I was like, damn, you kind of this is awesome. I think you should have waited to the actual year to give this to me before you get to May. And it's like NorCal Knockout.
He waited this long. Why not just like give it at
give it to him at NorCal Knockout too?
Yeah. It's like, oh, thank you for the one last year.
It was so sick because all before, you know, as we're setting up, I have all the people on our Discord. We're all hanging out in the captain's quarters, VC. And just like me, I'm like, I got to go grab my laptop. I grab my laptop, and what's sitting immediately underneath it, I'm like, I have one left. Who is this for? I don't think this is for me, right? Oh, this is for Nerd. Okay, cool. And I was just like, well, he's going to be here tonight. There were like 6 different occasions I definitely could have gave it to you. And I chose, none of them were, so whatever, right? So I was just like, fuck it. If I don't do this now, it's not going to happen.
That's cool. That's awesome. No, I appreciate that. No, I love that, you know, I got this now. So I'm like, yeah, man, this is the very first one. And you know, old picture, like, I'm bald. I have no beard yet, and it's the very first NorCal Knockout, and we're getting around that time of NorCal Knockout round 2.
You look so hopeful.
Shout out to the person that made that, Joey.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Joey showed up at the very first fits immediately after NorCal Knockout. And he was just like, hey, he opened up a box and he's like, hey, I just want to give this to you and the team, dude. You know, I want to give this to you, Atlanta, Michaelangelo, and Nerd in the Bay, right? So if you could you just pass them off? This was like, so if it happened at the end of May, what comes after May, like April, right?
Yeah.
this happened or whatever, right?
Hey, what?
It comes before.
June?
All right, whatever.
I don't do it.
After NorCal knockout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like immediately after NorCal knockout, and I literally been holding on to it. I barely gave Michael his when we were at Reading.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I'm literally just gonna throw it in my backpack. He's gonna be with me all weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hand it off to him, and
There you
hopefully
go.
it makes it home.
Yeah,
Like-
it made it home. I have it in my man cave, so that there we go. And it's interesting seeing it in a plaque because seeing the photo, it was effective. Like
Right.
wow, this is cool. But seeing it like that, like it's physically out, and it just seems so meaningful, and it makes me want to like put more things in plaques. You know, like I'm trying to think back. Like we must have so many pictures where it's worthy of a frame.
I mean, the one that I really enjoy I think is still at the band hall is the drawing.
Oh, the drawing.
The drawing
Yes.
that Tony
Yeah.
made of
Shout out
the three
to
of us.
Tony.
Actually, I feel like we should recover that.
We should recover it, huh?
Yeah, we really should.
Because
That
we
would be
left
cool.
it there. So yeah, I'll get it. I gotta pick that up.
I feel like it needs to be brought to the podcast.
It
It needs to stay
yeah,
with us.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, and you guys still have like old, like the pictures of like the first band hall.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely something should
Yeah,
put
the-
a frame on.
The
Yeah.
first event, the first Street Fighter 6 event. There's a lot of like nice little moments there. MK1's launch. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, MK1. That was we brought out the gong and everything like that.
I still
you
have
did
that
the
link.
whole
Rich
thing.
Honda.
Yeah.
We're like, hit this shit as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I mean we did try to, and there's also the night that the power went out when we realized there's a limit.
Yeah, and then only to find out that the breaker is not on the inside; it's literally on the front of the building. So I'm like, let me get this straight. If we're having a party here, you could just run up like from the outside and just shut everything off.
Just switch it all
Yep.
off.
You know those like Hitman games are pretty realistic now that I think about it.
Because
Yeah.
of that.
You want to set up. You want to set up your,
Okay.
your kill.
Time to kill. Man, looking back at the band hall and when Dakota was first saying, let's just do it out of a fucking garage. Who cares? To us, we recently did Levi's Stadium. Do you guys want to touch up on that a little bit? Like, Insanity Super Bowl was just there.
I know that Dakota was like burning from the inside, being at a Levi Stadium. Just
It was,
It was,
it was.
dude, all those children running around, plus like because it was like a family event. It was like for students and stuff like that. So there were basically like a lot of kids that were like 10 or like 12 and under. And it was just like a family day. Like everybody goes out and they play soccer on the field, and they have like music, and then we were like the gaming element of that, where we're set up in like the VIP section or whatever, or like where basically like the bars are inside. And it's just like, yeah, being at Levi Stadium, I'm always just like, out of all the newest, most modern stadiums, this is for sure the ugliest fucking one out of all of them. Considering how new it was, like, it wasn't built that long ago. But then, yeah, just like being like, okay, cool, like we're whatever. Everybody's wearing their Niners gear. Still plenty of people wearing like random shit like Packers, Raiders, whatever out there. But yeah, just having all those kids running around and me just being terrified that I'm just gonna knee some kid like in the side of the head as I'm like walking by, like, or just like not paying attention. That's always my biggest worry. That's why I really don't like being around like little children, dude. I just fucking
Just like,
I'm just me and my ADHD ass, like just like, oh, look at something shiny, just knee to the head.
dude, Dakota, just thinking about like how many first graders can I take out in an hour?
Yeah, it's like if they all what if they all just turn vampire just
And
right
just-
now.
oh,
Just
rush
like
you?
waves.
Combo
And
number
how-
just going up and up and up.
You could take out like 50 to 100 maybe, right? Like just
Dude,
running. Boom, boom, boom,
stamina.
boom,
Oh
boom.
yeah, if I just ran through them.
Yeah.
With a fifth grade mini boss every so often.
right. Yeah.
Oh, like,
Sixth grade, like for like
Yeah.
for the impossible mode.
But like we honestly, like, we've traveled to a lot of places, and one of the places we ended up in was Oakland. I believe that's actually where we ended up meeting you, right? Or
I mean, let me see. I'm trying to think. So I'm trying to think about like my history with you guys. So like, yeah, like one of you guys mentioned, like I just showed up out of nowhere. The very first thing in terms of MADHouse was definitely a band hall like tournament. All right. And not knowing anybody, I just jumped in there, just played Street Fighter, and like went 0-2, and like that was that. But I was still hanging around, just enjoying like just everything, just the sights and all that stuff. And so this is basically kind of like my first. This is not my first time getting into the FGC. It was the second time. So first time I got into FGC, it was like I was dealing with like I was married, right? So I was married in like 2009. Dealt with like a separation at that time, And then I was like, damn, like, what do I do? And then like, I was really into playing fighting games at that point, right? So I was like, is there like tournaments around here in the Bay Area? This is 2009. Didn't know, the term 09er wasn't like established yet, right? So, I started looking around to see what like tournaments that are out there. There was a place in like Millbrae, like an arcade place. I forgot what it was called, but like F Champ would be there. Van Geef would often be there as well. Yeah. That's the first time I saw El Cabano Loco. I never met him in person until like in 2023, basically. Oh, yeah. Right. So yeah, that was my first stint into like FGC, right? And I didn't know the etiquette in terms of of casuals. Like I thought you have to enter bracket to play games, and I did. But the problem was I was working graveyard at security on those days, so I would like enter in the bracket, play matches to see how far I go, and then when I have to go, I have to like DQ myself because I have to go do my shift. So I'm like, I could have just done casuals and not have to pay entry fee and then just play casuals and then let the bracket go off on its own, right? So yeah, that was my first stint into FGC. But like 2023 MADHouse, yeah, it was definitely a band hall, and I think around the first times that I was getting to know every single one of you was OTG, like Make Westing.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was like the first one because I remember seeing you. I don't know if I saw you at the band hall first or I saw you at Make Westing first, but I immediately because I had been like stalking everyone and everything in the entire area. So I was like looking at T Sports. I was looking at this and that. So I saw your name continue to come up at T Sports and stuff like that. So I was just like, when I saw you in person, I'm like, yo, you're Nerd in the Bay.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. What's up, man? I'm Dakota, dude. I know you're making content. If you need anything, whatever. But I don't remember if that was at Make Westing or not.
I don't remember. No. I think that just gradually was like discussed on yeah, you make content because I think you mentioned that of like a Cartridge Cartel. I was like, yeah, this guy streams, this guy like does videos and all that stuff. So like just to me coming back into FGC, this is 2023. So another life changing event happened. So my late wife passed away. Okay, wow, okay. So. World shattered. Like I had this future of a life that I was thinking about. Like yeah, we're gonna do this together and this together. And then our son was just born like 4 months before, too. So he was born in October, and then she passed away in February, basically. So again, plans, all that stuff was I was just thinking about like, so what do I do now? And so like I thought back of like. I went back into like fighting games and like tournaments back then on the separation. So maybe give that a shot again. So like that's when I started looking up like Facebook. I didn't know what start.gg was at the moment. Just researching like just get connected with fighting games and like tournaments and all that stuff. And so that's why I started like come around like like the Make Westing, the OTG stuff, MADHouse stuff, and then like learning about King's Cup and all this stuff. So, but like I was thinking about this, and if I'd never like left like in 09, 10, I probably would have like been hanging out with like Drunken Masters, right? And like with Manny, and like I was in a like online Street Fighter league with Kurokiba back in the day before he got like really big with the DJ, right? But but like that didn't happen. Like I remember supposed to meet him at the NorCal Knockout, not NorCal Knockout. NorCal Regionals in San Jose. It might have been the first one. I'm not entirely sure. Like in 09?
I believe that's Milpitas, right? 09 was Milpitas?
I went to Milpitas a few times. Yeah.
That was, no, we're talking about like an NCR.
NCR. Oh, yeah.
That was at that hotel, right?
Yeah, there was the hotel one by Red Lobster. Or something like that.
It's by like a few blocks away from there.
Yes.
I know it's in that area because I remember I was like, dude, Milpitas is so far. Now that I think about it, it's like it's not even far.
And then I remember like I remember that there was an earthquake that happened, and all the East Coast people were like freaking out and ran out the building while like NorCal's like, oh, it's not even like a 5.0.
Yeah,
like, we're just chilling, we're still playing games. But everybody else was freaking out, ran outside like, what is going on?
They're
Why
not
is it
used
shaking?
to it.
Yeah.
This is just another day.
I remember I used to work at this one sales job, and we used to be on the 7th floor, and we had like a really nice view of like the San Jose airport and everything like that. And I remember one time we got hit with an earthquake.
Yeah.
And the coworker who I hated and he hated me, right? He thought I was like moving the entire desk on its own, but I immediately because I was like, I always feel like I'm getting vertigo. Like just randomly, like, is there an earthquake? And I'll just be like, no, I'm just fucking, being weird. But then I look up and I see all the like clear plastic, the hangers for the blinds.
Right.
And I see them all swing in unison. I immediately stand up and I yell, "It's happening!"
It's the
and
big
the
one.
whole building starts swaying, right? And it was only like a 4-point whatever,
Yeah.
right? But everybody was just very much like he was like, "Bro, stop fucking doing that." And I was like, "I'm not doing shit, yo." Like,
yeah. Around what year was that earthquake?
that was like, dude, that was like 2021.
2021.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Yeah, because I remember it was like we're like an office of like 7 people.
Yeah.
The office was like massive, but like they're like, you can still come in COVID. We're so separated, it doesn't
Okay.
fucking matter.
Damn.
And I was like, shit. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
dude.
It's like, damn, I still got to work.
Texas-based company.
Freaking one of my memorable earthquakes. This is like 2007 or something. I was parked in front of a Game Crazy, and we were in my friend's truck, and I was like 16 or something, and freaking this is gonna be random, but I had like AC/DC boxers on, and my friends they were popped out a little bit, so my friend like said something, made a comment, and I, being like a 16-year-old jackass, I just straight up, like, we were in the car, I took my pants off, but my underwear is still attached. And like, I just sit on his lap and start giving him a lap dance. And meanwhile, out of nowhere, while exactly that's happening, the huge ass earthquake happens, right?
The earth move, man.
And dude, I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like sitting on his lap in AC/DC underwear. Everyone rushes out of the stores, right? And I get out of the car, just underwear's on, pulling my pants up. And people are like, and I'm like, this looks completely wrong. It was never right. But the fact that had to happen, like earthquake, people come out, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay.
You're in the boxers.
Earthquakes, man.
You got to explain what
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, dude, there's been some gnarly earthquakes in California. And yeah, a lot of FGC people are terrified of it. Tom Brady, not the football player, but the MK player.
The legend himself.
He was,
legend.
he was at SCR, and we were all talking, after the tournament, chilling, and he's making fun of California for he's like, you guys are going under in a couple years, like just in the sea, and I'm like, that'd be funny if we do, and it's now while you're here. And he was just like, oh fuck you guys, I'm fucking that shit.
Earthquake happened.
Yeah. So yeah, man, funny times.
Quick times.
So talking about how Oakland, right? We met Oakland and everything. How did you feel about Oakland making Atlanta cry when we all got robbed of our PS5s?
Oh my god.
You're immediately jumping to that, just not like, hey, dude.
like,
no.
that
I
we-
mean, I immediately think about that too. Like, man. So I remember like what I was doing. Like I was running behind, and we were getting to the venue, and like I'm about to get on the freeway, literally, and then I see the text like, "Hey, we just got robbed." All the equipment, like the PS5s were stolen, and then showing like the videos of it, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, damn, like in Oakland, like it makes sense. In my head, I was like, it makes sense. It's Oakland, but like at the same time, I'm like, damn, why did that have to happen on like tournament day?
Yeah.
And like then I parked to the side, just like, hey, like, is there anything that I can do? Anything we can do? And then like everybody was just sorting it out like at the venue over there. And then I know some people were drinking. I know Triple F was there trying to make sure everything's all good, and like started drinking with like either spoons or bocce and all that stuff. And then maybe like a few minutes after, it was like they just said like, no, just go back home. Like there's nothing really you can do. And then I was like, damn, though, I can't believe like we got robbed like that. So, right. And so like maybe days after, just thinking about it, I was like, man, that really sucks. And like I was like actively at that point, I'm actively going to like OTG or MADHouse events and all that stuff, right? So I'm like, I was thinking, I was like, man, I got some money. Like I can help out like to recoup the costs. So I think I reached out to you about it, and then you told me like, oh no, we got it covered. You know, somebody helped out too. So
That's amazing. Yeah, that was cool.
Nothing will beat that day of me like immediately like showing up like from work. And you know, basically me taking like the work truck and just being like, they're like they monitor you and they do everything like that, but I was like, I'm just gonna show up anyways. And like me showing up, and then there were some guys that were sitting in the front and they look at me and they see like all the MADHouse stuff and they're just like, hey man, so it's like the tournament still going on? And I look at them, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, even if I wanted to run it, right?
Yeah.
Like no one else in OTG is like in the mental headspace to fucking get this thing done.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, again, going back to that video, like Isaac just being super like, oh man, I'm gonna record you guys, and like right in front of their faces, like when they were just getting held up like on gunpoint. And then Spoon's like, dude, just back up before anything worse can happen.
Yeah.
So like as the video was going on, just Isaac just being, you know, just super like, yeah, I'm gonna get you guys, and then, you know, they drove off with all the equipment, and then
It would have been cool if he took off his flip flop and started.
the chunkla.
just throw it at him.
I mean, it was crazy because it was right in front of an Ice Spice concert, which is why we had so many different angles too.
That's true.
It was actually insane. Like Ice Spice did this to us.
Ice Spice,
Damn
blame
it.
Ice Spice.
I do like
the robbery.
Fox Clown was like, hey, unironically, I was at that tournament.
Oh, shit.
Or I was at that fucking bracket. I was at that show. He's like, I went to go see Ice Spice. I didn't know that shit happened to you guys. I've been here for a while. I didn't even know you guys ran tournaments in the area.
Dude.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
I like Fox Clown.
yeah, no, and you know, after that, you know, recouped the costs, got not got the same exact equipment, but like we got the like, you know, some equipment back for, you know, with people that, you know, that helped out. And then when like us as OTG were trying to figure out like so where we gonna be running events, and I was in my head, I'm like, not Oakland. No, we're not doing that again. But Caustic was like, yeah, no, I definitely want to go back at some point, but like it just wasn't in the cards at the moment. And like we switched over to like Berkeley, and then everybody was like excited for an event at Berkeley to be happening. So like, you know, one, I would like to go back to Berkeley at some point, but two, you know, like hopefully like sometime in the near future at some point. So.
I really wouldn't mind. I have said this in the podcast before. I really wouldn't mind being back in Oakland, right? If we find like the right setup, we find the right venue, something of that nature, right? Where, you know, if we have like a couple more hands on deck and we have like a van, it's going to make things a lot simpler and a lot smoother. Granted, like even if we have like all the hands on deck and we have like, you know, 10 PS5s out at a bar, like there's literally nothing stopping us from just getting bum rushed. You know, at gunpoint,
right?
But you know, like the idea of that happening for, you know, like 10 PS5s or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Like it seems like pretty drastic or pretty extreme. Like, and then Atlanta's gonna be here. Like we got fucking robbed again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had a dude, but
I gotta become a tough little boy. This is getting too much, guys.
with that being said, also it's like if me and Atlanta are there, chances are like I don't know. I'm just gonna fucking I'm going for it. I'm going for the gun.
There's a decent
I'm
chance.
pulling it out. I'm popping the trunk.
Yeah, because realistically, and I think me and Dakota have talked about it. If we were there, we probably would have tried something and probably got killed.
Yeesh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm ready to
again,
die.
they were held at gunpoint, and but Isaac was the one that was like, yeah, like I'm gonna get you guys.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite part of those videos of him like walking and him be like,
Yeah, like him
Yeah.
hella brazen about it too.
Yeah. Like I'm
insane.
here. I'm recording. That's it for you.
Yeah, they're right.
But yeah, it was
damn.
honestly kind of insane too, because I think when we finally did launch the GoFundMe, it was funded like within 3 hours, and I think we were up at
not
midnight,
even
which was
24 hours.
insane too. And like Dakota's like, you're gonna stay up, and I'm like crying because I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. I didn't expect anything. I honestly thought we were gonna get like $500 or something.
Yeah.
at most.
Yeah, you would
So,
think that.
Yeah, that was a lot.
But that was amazing that, you know, everybody like chose to pitch in within like less than a day.
Yeah, exactly. We actually closed it up, and people were like, "Why'd you close it? We want to donate." I'm like, "Dude, it's already over. Like, like we went over the amount." Honestly, I was just contemplating what the hell can I sell to make things work for the following King's Cup, because we had a King's Cup, I think in like 3 to 4 weeks after that. So I was like,
Yeah.
shit, what can I sell?
Man,
Like,
yeah, to readjust and like just
exactly.
pivot from there.
Because we just finally got enough consoles to do like all 4 games on PS5, which was like, oh my god, we finally did it. Well, not really at the time, because King's Cup was like 90 people at the time, I think. So we still were supplementing with like PS4s that we had, and then we also had like people from the community bring out consoles as well. So we were still getting there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that almost made me want to quit. That was insane.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, to hear that is like very surprising to me, actually, right? Like I get it, right? Like that's like a huge like you to get robbed. Like I even just like for me, right? I'll come out. There was one time I came out to my car and like all my shit was gone, and I would just like do my limited edition Chrome bag, my fucking LRG jacket that I really liked, or and they fucking took a book. I don't read, right? But they had a book in my bag, and I just remember being like, this was my chance to read, and it just
Left.
It took it
the
away.
universe is telling me that I shouldn't be reading, right? That
Yeah.
was-
Yeah, they saw it. He was like, a book? Not on my watch.
Yeah.
So-
Fuck that guy.
But yeah, you feel violated, right? You feel like, what the fuck, right? Like, dude, someone invaded my shit and they just took it like it was their own, right? So I could definitely imagine how you would feel like that. But also, like in my head, I was like, bro, like it could be like an 18-wheeler full of like PS5s and the whole fucking thing explodes because someone's fucking Chinese electric car next to it. It just decides to just fucking go up in flames. No fault of our own, nothing, whatever. And in my head, I'm still thinking like the show goes on. What do we need to do to make this fucking happen?
Right.
Like how are we secure funding? Are we fucking I gotta sell my soul to somebody or whatever, dude?
We need an IPO.
I got a Griffith. I got a fucking me standing on the balcony.
Dude. And I was again, and then going back to the video real quick, I was starting to nitpick it. I was like, man, they just held us at gunpoint and just like broke windows and they just took the stuff. That's pretty sloppy. The Foot Clan would have just opened up the truck and then like you turn around and it's all gone.
Yeah,
And we're
banished.
like, what just happened? See, yeah.
I just don't understand why they broke the window when the door was already unlocked. Like, literally too fast, too furious type moment. It's like just punches the window.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, Oakland, man. It's the trip, man.
I mean, we're still out in Oakland, which is the crazy part. It's like people, like I remember saying to us, like, "Are you guys gonna ever go back to Oakland?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have an event there actually."
Yeah, we've been running events in Oakland under Plus Arcade, right? But they're not like MADHouse style events. They're very cosplay, sort of inspired. Very much like, dude, there's an Uno tournament and a Street Fighter tournament. And it's like just fucking random, but also the Uno tournament has just as big of a prize pool.
Yeah.
As like, wait, let me get this straight. Uno was like a $200 or $300 prize pool, and like Street Fighter is like a $400 prize pool with like a 20-man cap. Like you can't add in more than 20 people. Like so, fucking first place, right? Like I don't know what the math is, right? But first place guaranteed like $280. It's like, dude, the fucking odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but.
I still find those tournaments really funny because anytime someone shows up with a fight stick and they're just giving the pad we gave them, they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's too real."
See, that's why a guy like 11 shows up. Like, dude, I've never seen you anywhere in any other tournament or bracket. But all of a sudden, you hear about Plus Arcade and the pot and the 20-player limit, and you just watch up everybody. Like, dude, man,
these online warriors, I'm telling
these
you,
hidden hustlers.
The Sharks.
shows up, bamboozled everyone, and never shows up again to a local.
Yeah, Hannibal knew who 11 was,
Oh,
and
really?
he would
Okay.
just like, he's like, yeah, this guy's like my online fucking like demon or whatever, right? This guy, I face him all the time, blah blah blah. And then he was just like, hey, do you guys have speakers? Because like all of Ken's like audio cues like help me
yeah.
do like the fucking the Jinrai overhead or low or whatever. And I'm like, dude, do you not hear the club? Like, there's no fucking way. Even I put these speakers that you're gonna hear this shit. He's like, all right, whatever. And it was cool to see like somebody new just show up and just be like, wow, like finally we have like a new champion for Plus Arcade.
Yeah, for sure.
But- Dude, you've been it's cool to see like again like me like when I initially started looking into you and seeing like all the content that you were making. You're like, I'm doing vlogs of like T-Sports, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it was funny to just like me thinking like, oh, like we're gonna have this kind of relationship where like you're just constantly doing your own thing, you're making content, and then to see how much you got quickly involved with OTG, and now how much more involved you're getting with like us in terms of like like a lot of the admin stuff with like commentary and stuff like that. I don't know. It's very cool to just see like, hey, the progression of things over time.
Yeah, no, dude, like the content creation journey, I mean, it's a real one. Like it's a grind, right? Especially when you're doing it by yourself. Like you don't have an editor and farming clips and all that stuff. So like I'm trying to just think about like what can I put out and that has like some sort of value or like is entertaining enough to to be able to put out there. And like dude, it started from like I just love like nerdy culture, right? Like anime, comics, like pro wrestling, martial arts movies and all that stuff. And so like in the beginning, like the channel was just like a variety channel. And often you hear this often now that like a variety channel hurts you in the long run because people watch you for a specific thing, right? So like if I focus on like comic stuff, then people that subscribe to my channel will just want to see the comic stuff, right? So but like I was like, no, I like a lot of things. I can do all this stuff, and it went from like like nerdy pop culture coverage to like I didn't have like the console gaming stuff equipment that I needed to be able to cover like console games. So like I just focused on mobile games, and I became like a mobile games guy. I just did like videos like of my camera pointing at my like phone, and it's like, hey, I'm playing this game. This is happening. Da 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 da. And then like that like shot me up. Yeah, that shot me up in like subscribers, and I was like, yeah, I'm the mobile game guy. I was like, okay, cool. But then like my feed the need of like I want to do other stuff too. Like I kept on going variety, and then I was able to get the stuff that I need for console gaming, and then like I was able to do that. But like again, like, the people that subscribe to you in the beginning just want to see you on specific stuff. So that kind of hurt me in the end, where I probably should have done like a new channel that just focuses on that stuff. But I just kept it going, and yeah, man, I continue to grow whether it's a fast pace or a slow pace at this point, and it's been a damn journey. And yeah, again, like I started it in like 2013, and then I really went full time again, like the life changing event that happened in 2023, because like I was doing a security job for 15 plus years, and I just hated it, but it was like a job to pay the bills and all this stuff, but I didn't have time to do like the stuff that I'm interested in. So like once once my wife, literally my wife passed away, and I was like, what do I do? I mean, I don't want to do this job because it was attached to her. Like we got married, and I got that security job at the same year of like 2008. So like my heart wasn't in it anymore, right? I was just coming in later and later. And like my bosses at the time were seeing that. It's like, we can change, and they were being helpful. It's like, we can change schedules just so like you don't have to like be like late all the time or anything. I was like, nah, dude, I can't do this anymore. So like 2 weeks, and then like just I felt like a weight of like release of freedom, because it's something I wanted to do in terms of content creation, and I didn't have like the time. And I mean, equipment is not as important. It is an aspect in terms of like creating content, but it's like I didn't have the time or the freedom to be able to do that. Again, I have a son here, right? Mm-hmm. So, but I was like, I was thinking, if I don't do this now, while I'm trying to raise like our son, he won't know like how to go for things that he's truly passionate about. So I got to go for it. I'm not gonna get, I'm not gonna have like great amount of money coming in, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm a lot more happy to be able to pursue this, and so I just got to go for it. And I'm lucky to be able to have a support system of like my in-laws still being able to take care of him, take care of my son while I'm away, and I'm away a lot, right? So to be able to take care of him, and then like I visit him and take care of him whenever like I'm off and I'm not streaming on that day or something. And so like I'm very, very blessed for like a support system like that, and to be able to do the things that I'm doing like now, and like traveling to do commentary and competing. Because I remember I mentioned like on a Facebook status one day, like back in the day, I was like, I want to compete professionally and stuff like that, and see how that goes. Like I'm not great or anything. I just want to give it a shot, and like a decade later, I'm able to do that just because a life-changing event happened. So.
Wow. What was your late wife's name?
Her name was Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, Maryrose. Yeah. Yeah. She passed in like February, President's Day weekend, basically.
Whoa.
President's Day week, basically. So whenever the week comes around on the new year, like, you know, at this point this year, I was like, okay, I want to try to be busy because I know like it's the year is coming, and like, you know, and I replay the events that transpired throughout that week, right? President's Day had happened. I was in the hospital the entire week.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But like, yeah, this year I was just paralyzed and like I can't do anything. So I just had to give myself grace to, you know, just to not do anything and just feel whatever I'm gonna feel throughout the week. And you know, it's like the year, it's the anniversary of our passing and all this stuff. So like, I just got to feel it and be okay that I'm not gonna do anything for that week. You know, so it's, I mean, grief is just a process that we all do differently. And I mean, right now it's just 3 years since it happened, so it's still pretty fresh. But like, I'm always on the rush. Like I want to just like move on to the point where it just hurts less, but it's always gonna hurt, you know. So yeah.
Are you prepared like when your son asks about his mom and stuff? Like has he? I mean, he's what? How old is your son?
He's 3.
He's
He's gonna turn 4.
So I mean, it's getting to that
It's getting
age,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's wow. I mean, I can't say, but it's in, you know, thanks for sharing that. That's important. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know at least like I have a lot of like deep conversations with like May, and she talks about, you know, how she lost, you know, her father. In a lot of cases, just like it's just a lot of traumatic things happening to a lot of people who are, they like talking to us about it. I don't know, man. It's like, you know, even when I like lost like all my grandparents and stuff, I was just like trying to play it off like it didn't like whatever. But I can't even imagine like, dude, losing like, you know, someone where you have, I always talk about this, right? When I have like everybody with like MADHouse and stuff, like generally speaking, I have plans for everyone in MADHouse, right? And those are just like, hey, this is like our hobby, this is whatever. But I can't imagine like having like life plans with somebody, and then, you know, just like life, you know, life gets in the way of that, right? It's just like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it definitely all changes in an instant. Whatever plans that you have with them together, or whatever you thought you had for yourself, but because that happened, my outlook in life, of course, changed, right? Because like that, I wasn't expecting for that to happen, of course, right? So I think about my life and like so like it's funny because like a lot of the guys in the FGC are like, yeah, no, he's our age. I'm like, brother, I'm 43. I'm turning 44 this year. Like I'm on that other side of the tracks at the moment, but like I can go at any moment, right? And so like my outlook in life now is just be present in where you're at and what you're doing, but like live life. You know what I mean? Like do everything that might be that is in front of you. Like, yeah, you're like, hey, yeah, we're going to. You want to go to Sacramento tomorrow for a new tournament that, you know, we haven't run yet? Yeah, let's go. Like, what do we want to do? And then when I started to get to like know Manny and like the King's Cup process, like, you want to, you know, help tear down? Fuck yeah, I got nothing to do. Let's go tear down to like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
right? and then go home and then go eat, you know, in the morning, and then go to sleep afterwards, and then like, you know, like rest for the rest of the weekend. But like, yeah, I just because of that event that happened, I was like, if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be like knowing you guys now, right? I would have been just being a husband, trying to be a good father, and try to just do like, you know, the marriage stuff. But because this happened, like I wasn't expecting it to happen. But again, like I said, like fighting games and FGC saved my life twice.
Yeah.
Because like I've said this before. Like I said it on a video. I was like, dude, if my son wasn't here, I don't think I'd be here too.
Like, right? You have something to fight for.
I have something to fight for, and to show like, hey, like, you know, things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen in life, but like, you know, you're gonna have things or people that you want to live on for, and then you gotta go do that, even if things that still hurt, you know, continue to hurt, but you just gotta, you know, 1 foot forward, you know, get up and dust yourself off and all that stuff, and just live life. So yeah.
I know for me at a very, very young age, you know, being in a very dark place, I always considered myself like, hey, what do I want out of this life and everything like that. And that's one of the reasons why I choose to be apologetically myself. Like very much you said, like, hey, choosing to live life or choosing to live life in the way that I want to live it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized the camera's gone.
Yeah, I know. We were in such a deep moment, so. I didn't say anything.
yeah. You're like, can't interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check this camera.
You got to be unapologetic and stuff. I mean, are we not rolling right now?
You
or
can
anything?
keep rolling.
Keep
for a
going,
minute.
and
Yeah, yeah.
while you check it, we'll just
No,
still
'cause
talk.
Realistically, that's the one thing people really enjoy about us is that we're unapologetically ourselves.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, like it's pretty cool because like. I mean, if people get to know me, they're like, I have some weird obsession with like NecoArc, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
I do appreciate that. Everyone complains or that I have more photos of NecoArc than myself, which is true.
Everyone or one person?
One person. I have like a folder that's like, I would say like 70 gigabytes of NecoArc, which is insane.
God.
It would be a lot larger, but I formatted my computer a few times. But I have a channel in a different Discord that literally I posted a picture of NecoArc every day. It's like a different photo, and I've been doing it for like 4 years now.
How big is that community in your Discord?
Oh, it's like 7 people, but they're like weirded out.
Dude, yeah, man. Don't yuck that yum, man.
Yeah, I'm just like throwing it in there. And people are like, "What the hell?" Like, but like there's a few times where I'm like I disappear for a little bit, and I'm like, "Well, you know, I was busy. I'm sorry." Like Evo weekend was like, "All right, well, I'm not posting any pictures."
Yeah.
But I would catch up and post like 20 pictures.
When
like
I'm
in there.
back.
Yeah, I'm like, here's the backlog.
There you go.
And people are like, "What the hell?"
Hope all 7 of you are ready for it.
Right? And now you could actually mod NecoArc into like all your favorite games. Like you could replace Super Mutants and Fallout with NecoArc, which is really funny.
once Resident Evil Requiem mods.
Oh
get in
yeah,
there,
they're already out.
They're already out. Oh yeah,
They're already out.
I did see a Shrek.
Yeah.
I did see a Shrek mod.
I also replaced that same monster with CJ from. Yeah, it's like, and you know when it arrives the first time, it's like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Again. And I'm like, oh my god, like they really worked on this mod.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being yourself. You have to be authentic to yourself because I don't know. Like I feel like at a certain point, if you're not authentic to yourself, you'll eventually the facade will drop, or people will start poking at it.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, wait, like all this stuff that you said was kind of a lie. Like, what's going on there? Like, who actually are you?
The truth comes out.
Yeah, exactly. It all starts to fall apart, and then they're like, okay, what's the real you? And then at a certain point, sometimes you get lost in life, so where like your original personality is like gone.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking about one of the first times speaking of like being real to yourself, right? I was thinking about one of your first times at Cartridge Cartel. And, hey, you show up. You're like, what's up? I'm like, yo, what's up? It's Nerd in the Bay. I remember telling you some stupid shit. Like, we'll get to the meat of the story. Of like Captain No Fun showing up. And him just being like, yeah, man, do we do commentary? I do commentary with Nerd in the Bay. Yeah, man, this is my partner right here. And we hardly knew you at that point in time, right? So we didn't know anything about like your preferences, your lifestyle, whatever. And literally, like he said it with such like conviction. He's like, yeah, this is my partner right here. And like everybody, it was like dead silent. It was dead silent, and everybody like the slow pan over of the head, looking at him. And then immediately looking at you, and you just being like stone faced, just
like, oh no.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, well, all right.
I was like, wow, how real of Nerd.
Yeah,
good for you guys, man. Whatever.
2 bald guys, 2 bald Filipino guys. One guy said like, yeah, that's my partner. Dude, all right.
And then I think it was that same day or whatever, right? Where I was like, I put you up in bracket, and I was like, all right, gotta play this guy. He's not that good, dude. So I think you're gonna be all right.
I remember that. I was like, no, you mentioned like, yeah, this girl's not really good. I was like, dude, I just got my ass beat by this girl.
I don't know who it was. I don't remember.
Tatsuna?
Yeah,
I
don't remember.
Player.
I don't remember.
You mentioned, I was like, dude, I got my ass beat.
I think I was just trying to fucking.
He fed me these lies.
I was just trying to hype you up. I was like, you got it, man. You fucking.
Meanwhile, you're hyping him up while he already lost.
Yeah, it's just like,
oh,
I'm here to give you the score.
I'm losers.
I love telling people some shit like that, right? They're gonna face LPN. I was like, yeah, this guy's super old. He's watched that, man. Go fucking.
like, all right, got it.
Yeah.
And then just to get like annihilated, it'd be like, hey, man, well, hey, whatever.
Damn.
That sucks.
Just set him up.
You really did set him up. Oh my god.
Set him up to knock him down, but it didn't happen for me, unfortunately.
Dude, sometimes you gotta pre-humble people. You gotta fucking
Preload.
You don't
I
even
like
know if this guy is like full of shit or conceited. So it's like, let's just humble him right out the gate.
Yeah.
So, I always have this over his head in the future. Not that I was like attempting to do that. I think I was just saying stupid shit just to say stupid shit.
Just emotional blackmail. Just like if Nerd in the Bay just gets out of pocket, like remember,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we tried doing that with Michael in the very beginning, dude. They're like, he played in all these tournaments and shit, and he just kept winning, and I'm just like, this fucking sucks, dude. This guy needs to lose at some point.
Oh, so
dude.
that was your guys' plan, like, because I was like, I'm just wanted to play, and you're like, nah, he doesn't have it like in MKX like he used to.
Yeah,
and then I'm playing still,
yeah,
like, what the fuck?
You're winning like Street Fighter, you're winning like fucking all this other shit, and then finally you get the challenge from Jonathan or whatever in Fight Night.
Yes.
And then you win, and you're literally like you're on the ground, like fucking. I'm the Fight Night champion.
Yeah, he's like trying to stop the match. I was like, dude, what are you doing? It's tournament.
Yeah, dude,
It doesn't matter.
You were like, I didn't hear the bell ring.
Yeah, eventually, in the early MADHouse days when I was winning all the time stuff, eventually it's like, maybe I shouldn't be winning my event, like the events we run. Like maybe I should bow out and like let others go at it and stuff.
I mean, because you bowed out one time, I ended up winning.
Oh yeah. So it's like we're just
against Khan.
I like how like it's almost like someone inviting people over to their house. Like we were just, hey, it was us and like 5 others or something, and we would win a lot. But then it's like they call their friends, and we're going networking more, and now real killers are coming from Oakland and places where we're like, damn, it's either we keep trying to win or just straight up like it's overwhelming and stuff.
I mean, I didn't expect the round 1 crowd to pop up. That was insane. That was like our first big boost of like players because of word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like Rich Honda
sick.
and all that. Yeah, that was crazy.
It was sick that I knew that crowd even prior to all of that.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, because me and Derek would go to round 1 and we'd play every single Saturday or whatever, or every single Friday. We go get ramen, then we go to round 1, whatever. And just to see all those guys show up again, they're like, dude, they're still playing Street Fighter 4. Like, this is all they give a fuck about. This is pretty fucking sick.
I respect it. I still see Django Soul every so often at Guild House. Dr. Seuss occasionally pops up too as well, which is pretty cool.
It's nice seeing those fellas when you see the nostalgia of like the OG faces of MADHouse's beginnings. The players that came out when we were like not even the symbol yet of this MADHouse. It was like just like the smiling Cheshire cat and stuff.
The cards.
Yeah,
The cards.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I tried. But
it was all trial and error.
Yeah, either it'll stick or it won't.
I still love that one of our first meetings took place at a coffee house where the girls are naked and stuff. And like, I had terrible gas that day, and I kept farting, and Dakota got
none of the girls came up to us.
I don't know if have we ever told that story on the podcast? I feel like we have.
have
I feel like I heard that story.
No,
Yeah.
he's definitely told me before, but I'm not sure if the podcast ever heard it. And honestly, I was just like, where did you take us? Why are they doing lap dances?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so growing up, not growing up, I'm sorry, like in my early
You've been doing this
I was like
since
5 years
not
old.
growing up. So in my early like sales career, like a lot of times what we would do is we would just leave the office and we would just go to whatever cafe that had Wi-Fi. And in a lot of cases, like the guys started introducing me. They're like, "What's up, man? We're gonna go to these Vietnamese coffee bars. They're all over San Jose. Girls walk around in their little bikinis, whatever, right?" And like I would just go and I would just get a shit. I wouldn't drink coffee, right? I would just get avocado milkshakes because I was like, dude, this is the best. I order French fries, mozzarella sticks, avocado milkshakes, and then you just talk to the girls, like whatever, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I want to introduce you guys into this, right? And me not even like thinking about like you're in a relationship or whatever. Like I didn't even consider that when I was just like, hey, let's just go. I just get in the car.
Yeah. And I told Cherie and she didn't mind. She's so cool. Like she gives me my freedom where it's relaxing. You know what I mean? Like she knows, hey, it is what it is. It's not. I go to strip clubs with her.
Yeah.
Like it's a great time. It's like, hey, we're just having fun, appreciating the arts, and I knew we were just gonna really talk about MADHouse with you guys. And I think she probably fed me something to load me up on gas and sabotage it anyways. She's like, oh, I trust you, but like I'm just gonna do this anyways, you know, just to make sure no one approaches you.
Have this
makes
milkshake.
sense. So I've been going to these spots for years, and again, I'll go to there like on Saturday mornings with like friends just to watch sports, or I'll go like during the week, you know, just to I'll send out a couple emails, do whatever, and then I'll, you know, after an hour or two, I'll go to the office and start making some calls. This was the first time ever that I've ever seen like the girls doing like lap dances and all sorts of crazy shit. And we were sat in the very front of the building, right? Because I was like, I need a table. We have a laptop. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna figure out what our logo is gonna be today. And this dude is just sitting there shitting himself, dude. And I'm just like, bro, I need you to stop, dude. Like, I don't even care if like this is not like, dude. We could be in a Starbucks. We could be anywhere, dude, for that matter. Dude, we could be in a fucking McDonald's, dude. And I can't have you shitting yourself everywhere we go. But this is the first time I ever saw the girls like dancing and guys are all throwing ones and stuff. And it wasn't like packed that day.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is the first time I've ever seen it. And I know for a fact this shit is not going to happen, right? Not going to happen to me. They're not even coming to fill up our tea anymore, dude. This guy is shitting himself so fucking hard. Like, that's the other thing, right? Normally the girls, like, that's something that's like a big thing in the culture. They come, they constantly fill up your tea, and you just keep giving them money, right? Whatever, right? Just give them ones or whatever. And they weren't even doing that anymore, dude. Maybe it's because they were so focused on the other fucking guys having fun, or because this guy just smelled like straight up death.
It was a bad gassy day. Like,
and he just gave me like, like he was just like, it wasn't even like he was trying to hide it.
Dude, no, dude, I was going like Dakota's reactions. You made it hella funny. Like he'd be like, "You fucking stink!" Like, in front of the whole place.
you just boat right showing all over the place here.
Just all over, and it made it like it was like this. You know, we're laughing, and it's like no girls around, and we're over here, and we're having a better time because we're just fucking dying and like having these issues.
Crazy.
But it's like, hey, let's get it done.
That's funny.
Good times.
Like,
man.
focus up. We're trying to get some
focus up. I am. I'm just shooting my pants, but I'm focused. You know, it was a great time.
Yeah, we ended up. I don't even think we like figured out like the logo that day. We were just like, hey, let's call it the Dojo, and we were like, that shit's fucking weak.
Yeah, I remember because I was like telling you all the names with Dojo in it, and I was like, there's way too many.
It's tough. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, because I know you wanted to go with the Dojo name too as
something.
well.
Yeah, but
I never. That was never me. That was always
No, that's what I was saying. You
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That's that guy who did it.
No, I thought you were saying he also, and I'm like,
dude,
no, I never wanted.
I completely forgot about even that. Like Dojo first before MADHouse, and like, wow, yeah.
The story always goes like you wanted to call it the Dojo, and then I wanted to call it the Crucible because, like I said, like going to the gym, going to the gym every day, you should be putting your body through the Crucible, like you're feeling like you're gonna die every fucking day.
I was just not a fan of both names because Dojo is overused, and then Crucible just reminds me of that shitty game mode in Destiny 2.
I'm not familiar. I just know I couldn't spell Crucible. If I can't spell Crucible, there's a lot of other people that are gonna fucking struggle.
Mad is better.
Fuck it, dude. Like I guess Crucible is out of the books or it's off the table.
Man, you guys just settled for MADHouse.
Yeah,
MADHouse was very much like this fucking guy, right? Like I remember jokingly. You remember the story better than I do. Actually,
well, the thing is, like we were all joking about the name, and then like you said, I forgot exactly who said MADHouse, but when someone said that, I immediately said. There's an anime studio named MADHouse, and I explained every single anime they did at that point. And I'm like, yeah, they did the first season of One Punch Man, which is probably the best season,
But who was the one that said it was probably Michael at the McDonald's, right? We were like, haha, MAD.
I remember exactly where we were standing, and I thought you did it because, like you said, how about MADHouse? And I was like, it's perfect. And you guys didn't know why I said that yet, but right away, it's like, dude, all our initials are on it. Like. I thought that's why, and you said, huh? And you said, yeah, okay. Like, that works.
Like, I just said it because I wanted my little, like, gym fucking business. Yeah. So I was like, I want MADHouse to live on in one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it all worked out because, like, I was like, until you mentioned the initials part, I was like, oh, yeah, that does work out. Yeah. And still to this day, a lot of people don't even realize those are our initials.
Yeah. That's what I like. It has to be subtle. It has to be, like, a little code in, like, a game or something. Easter egg. That's good. I feel like that's good branding. It's like, a brand has to tell you mini stories, not just one. Oh, it's MADHouse is a gaming thing. No, it's also the founder's initials, like stuff like that. It wouldn't have, if you said MADHouse at the McDonald's and one of our names was Fred, like it would have been like, because why but
MADHouse.
MADHouse.
yeah, it's just
MADHouse?
it really sticks. It really sticks, and it's a great time, man. Good MADHouse.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like, is it just like, how did you come up with Nerd in the Bay, right? Since we're talking about MADHouse, I know you said you're like, bro, I'm into pop culture, I'm into comics, I'm into all this other stuff, but it's like, what made you settle on like Nerd in the Bay?
So
right?
thinking about like my, again, content creation like name, people didn't use their real names back then. Back in like 2013 or whatever, around that time, people didn't use their real name. So I was like, man, like, wow, like what's the name that I should pick? I was like, well, I was just thinking around. I'm like, well, I live in the Bay Area, and I'm kind of a nerd about like all these things. Nerd in the Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nerd in the Bay. I guess that
Yeah.
it just that's really what it was. I didn't think of like I had this name and this name and this name because like I don't know if this is gonna be brought up. Like when I was doing like martial arts tricking, like my name on like the forums was Marco Strider, right? Because I love Strider, like the video game and all that stuff. Strider Hiryu and all that. But I was like, I didn't want to use that moving forward since I basically stopped doing that part of it, that part of my life. So I'm like, yeah, I want to go like be someone new. And so like again, thinking about like what to brand myself. Again, I didn't like have like a bunch of names picked out. I was just like, yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm in the Bay Area, and then I just left with Nerd in the Bay.
Yeah. So going into pop culture stuff that I'm super interested in, like I know you're in the FGC. You're like the only person that I was like, holy shit! You went to the Ninja Turtles re-release in theaters. There was the 1990 movie. It came back in theaters.
I was there.
What do you mean you were there?
Yeah, I went to go watch it.
No, you didn't.
I know you didn't.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it was the
What do you mean? I was right
adamant
behind
about
you.
that. It was the 35th anniversary.
Something like that. It was an anniversary or something.
35th anniversary of the TMNT movie, and for me, like favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
By far. It just stuck with me. Nostalgia. I love Ninja Turtles. And I never got to see it in theaters. And yeah, 1990. I was born in '88.
Right,
so
sure.
I wouldn't even remember.
Right.
I was like 2 at that time or something. And I remember the donut around like it used to be Psycho Donuts or something downtown.
Yeah, Psycho Donuts. Right by the theater.
There was a theater.
Yeah.
They would play OG movies, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Stuff you want to see but experience the theater.
They're still there.
They're still there.
The theater's still there.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought they closed.
No, 3 Below is still there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. But I remember once headlined on the sign was Ninja Turtles, the 1990 movie, and I don't know why it was there for like 2 or 3 days. I didn't go see it. I wanted to, but like something happened. Like I just didn't see. And that was back in like 2012, 2013, and I always regretted it. I was always like, I watched this movie like twice a year at the least. I just watch it. And not seeing it in theaters ever like that, in that theater experience, I always regretted that. And then the 35th anniversary hit. And I didn't ask you about it. I didn't know you were gonna do it, but you posted on Instagram or something, and I was like, what the heck? Like he's gonna go see it, and super hype. In your theater, did they sell anything like a popcorn box or like something like that?
No. I mean, not that I was aware of. Really. But yeah, no. I just caught wind of that. Yeah, they're re-showing the 35th anniversary of the 90s movie.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, dude, and I almost missed it. I was like a day or 2 away before they were
gone.
They were going to be gone.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got to get in there and watch it. And so, like, did watch it, like, hell enjoyed it, like, because I watched it back then in the theaters.
Yeah.
So I was able to do that. So like, my parents were like movie buffs basically. So they would like whatever movie they want to watch, and like they didn't have a babysitter. They would just bring me along. So I have like early memories of like them taking me to watch Coming to America, and I'm like 4 or 5 years old. And then, I mean, not that I remember the scene, but I just realized as I watched it, like as I was older, it's like, you guys brought me to watch the scene where the cleaners were like, the royal penis is clean, your highness. Like, I was like, the hell, why are you guys bringing me to that movie? But I guess, whatever, parents gonna do whatever parents is gonna do.
Yeah.
And so my parents were like movie buffs basically. So we would go to like the movies like practically every week. So I was watching everything from like mid 80s to to 90s to 2000s and stuff. So yeah, I was able to watch anything Arnold Schwarzenegger, anything Sylvester Stallone, anything like action stuff. Ninja Turtles, of course, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat in theaters. I watched all that in the theaters.
I got to do a lot of that in like 2000 early 2000s because Berryessa theaters. My friends and I found like a chink in one of the back doors. There was some type of like crowbar, and that door was just never could be locked.
Oh wow!
So my friends and I would just go every weekend for, I'm telling you, like 5 years straight of just, hey, you guys want to go to the theaters? And we would just straight up go to the back, open it and it was a door that it's like an exit to like the back of the theater, like
the stairwell.
Yes, yeah. And like we would just open it, and dude, sometimes people are just watching a movie in that theater, and we just walk straight up like out from the the thing, and just people are like looking at us, and we're just like, we go and we just we go to another movie, right? Dude, for like 5 years, I'm telling you, it was insane. And eventually they caught on. They had like a random young security just patrolling the theaters, right, and stuff. So good times, man. Ninja Turtles, man, I could go on forever about it. Dude, Magic the Gathering, Ninja Turtles just did a collab with them. It came out today.
Really?
Today, Ninja Turtles just hit Magic the Gathering.
Oh wow!
I just got my box in the mail today.
Oh nice. Okay.
So that's super exciting. I'm playing with a bunch of FGC heads too. So many FGC heads play that actually.
Yeah. That's dope.
But yeah, dude, comic books. You're in love. I'm assuming you read the Ninja Turtle comics or anything like that.
I'm like issues like behind now because because I'm reading everything else. I'm reading reading Marvel. I'm reading DC.
Of course.
I'm reading everything like Power Rangers, whatever.
Damn.
Yeah. So like I'm behind on like their current run. So yeah, I was definitely reading that, and I was like, damn, what the hell?
Oh,
like, all this stuff that happened, like Splinter died. What the hell? Like, dude.
Oh, dude, the Mirage comics back in the 80s when they came out was insane, and it's one of the best. Violent, it was, for those that don't know, they parodied Daredevil, so they really wanted it to be dark like Daredevil. And Daredevil, the ninja clan that tries to always fight him is called the Hand. And they were like, well, the parody of the Hand is the Foot, so the Foot Clan for Ninja Turtles, That's a great series, the Mirage, the beginning of the Ninja Turtle series, but the IDW series, the best ever, man. Like, dude, they because like Bebop and Rocksteady were not in the original Mirage comic books. They were just in the cartoon. Yeah. Toka and Razor just in the movie. IDW came out in 2010 when they started doing Ninja Turtle Run, and they're still going today. They took everything, like it's like a greatest hits, everything you love of Ninja Turtles, from the bad guys to them, their best versions of them in the comics. So you have like Toka and Razor and Bebop and Rocksteady and just everything. And it's like, dude, this is amazing, man. And I love the old school Mirage comics, but dude, this run of IDW version is insane. It's great. So shout outs to them, man. It's insane.
No, those IDW versions of those characters are like brutal. Like I remember. I mean, I didn't get to read it. I saw like the panels of like Bebop and Rocksteady just kicking the shit out of Donatello.
Yep.
Where he practically broke his shell.
Yep.
He has to wear like a metal one.
shell.
I was like, damn, they jumped him that bad.
Yeah, he was about to die and stuff. It was crazy.
It was nuts.
Insane. Great storytelling. Yeah, man. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Another pop culture thing, wrestling.
Yes.
Dude, you're always wearing like the yeet and stuff, and like he's a newer wrestler to me. I'm the Attitude Era, right?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
dude, Attitude Era to me, and then I stopped. But like I was watching a little bit of wrestling when Cody Rhodes in WrestleMania. I went to my friend's house. He won the title, and I kind of was like, dude, this, like just being with your friends. Like it's like I'm used to like watching UFC, boxing, right? Dakota's had a few boxing stuff here and stuff. And like, but then watching WrestleMania and everything, it kind of gets you in the feeling again of like, whoa, like even though it's scripted, and my girl, she tells me all the time like why, and I defend it because I'm part of the Attitude Era where like I don't watch it anymore, but I'll defend when someone's trying to say something about it. And Cherie, she used to like it as a kid a little bit, like in France and stuff, but once she found out it was fake, she was like, nope, and she tries to tell me, but why when it's fake, and I'm like, Cherie, why did we go watch John Wick in theaters?
Right.
It's Keanu Reeves. He's not really shooting people. So
sure?
why, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same. Like, why, these movies are fake. We go to watch them. We're going to watch wrestling because it's like the best comeback you can possibly think of. Like UFC, sometimes you have like a great clash that could happen, right? And then something happens, like I would knock out really fast, or it's a boring fight. They're just wrestling them. But I'm a huge fan of, no shade to UFC, but like it's my favorite sport. But you don't ever sometimes get the story ending you want.
Right.
With wrestling, you get the Rocky moment, the guy climbing on the ropes, like, come on, you could do this, like you one more, and it's so hype. My favorite wrestler of all time, Jeff Hardy.
Oh, you're a Hardy boy,
dude. It doesn't even come close. Like, as a kid, I had those VHS tapes that you would record when they would come out. Like, my love for Jeff Hardy is like, my friends know to always not send me wrestling stuff, just send me Jeff Hardy stuff. And I always call him like my baby and stuff. I'll be like, don't talk about my baby like that. Cause he went through his phase of like drinking and the drugs and the craziness. And I would still defend him and everything. And I could tell you, I went to the Eastridge Mall one time, the Hardy Boys, when they were in their prime, tag team champions for the first time with Lita, they all went to Eastridge. And I was like, we heard this on the radio. And I was like, no way. So I just went. I went with my friend. I'm in 6th grade. And I go there and they're in the hobby shop waiting to come out, but we didn't know. There was like a collectible hobby shop. They have Muhammad Ali stuff you can get or whatever. And I heard whispers that they think they're in there. So I went in there and I went like in the front of the line. I'm a kid. Everyone else is like adults and stuff. So I'm a kid. I go to the front. They let me go to the front. Like, maybe they're here, maybe they're not. And dude, like 20 minutes go by, they come out straight up. And dude, you had to, this is the thing, I didn't pay. Like, dude, I was just a kid. I didn't pay to see them. You had to pay to get autographs. There's a huge line but over here, it's where they're just coming out so you could have a chance to see them. And dude, Jeff Hardy actually came out and patted me on the head and say, "Sup, buddy?" And I never met a star before or anything and knew the effect of like that feeling. And instantly when he said, "Sup, buddy?" I started crying. I was like, oh my God, dude. I'm in 6th grade, okay? Come on. Like, dude, but it was like, I didn't even know I was going to do that. But because Jeff Hardy did that to me, I was just like, oh my God, like, this is insane. And that was like my glory moment of Jeff Hardy. One more funny story. Jeff Hardy wasn't in it or anything, but in my middle school, we had a sign, Peter Burnett. We had a sign. It was probably like 3 feet high. And, I wasn't like a popular kid or anything. I had my crew. I had the fun, the people that play video games and stuff. But I watched Jeff Hardy and freaking there was a birthday party I went to the week prior, and they had a jumper, and I started learning how to front flip. So I was like, oh hell yeah, like I'm gonna get on this sign.
I'm gonna do the thing.
And I'm gonna swanton bomb off of it, like on some backpacks. And dude, we're waiting for the bus to go back home. The whole school's like in the front, at least the people that take the bus. And I get on this sign and I'm just like, they put their backpacks. No one thinks I'm going to do it. And I just straight up do it, not thinking. Wow. And I do his move. And dude, the school erupts. Like they never seen something like that. They were like, holy shit. Like my crush was there. Like just everyone that was like, and they grabbed me. And I never felt that like, just, I don't know you, but you're coming up to me in love with me. Like, like I did something that it's like, you have admiration for it. And I was like, holy shit. And like, I don't know about you guys, but taking the bus, there was like a certain cool kids area. It was the back of the bus. Like you can't be back there. Like it's reserved for the 8th graders and they get to be there. That day I got to go back there and I'm a 6th grader. Right. So it's just like I'm getting high fives. And dude, shout outs to Jeff Hardy, man. It's just one of those moments.
That pat on the head changed his life.
Dude, a question. So did you do the dance in front of him?
Did the thing? When I was in 6th grade, he didn't have that dance yet.
Oh, it was
it was like
okay.
Like early Jeff Hardy,
I don't even Hardy Boys.
I don't even remember when he started doing that, but it wasn't early. He, at least not to my knowledge. I don't know if more than me, where like he did do it and I didn't notice, but I really, the earlier days of him, I don't remember him doing that famous dance now that he does, you know?
Yeah, it was probably they were probably more straightforward at that time.
Yeah.
But did you were you like did you see the any clips, or were you watching at that time when Jeff Hardy won the WWE championship?
I never got to see him win the championship because I was already falling out of wrestling. Yeah, I was in love with the fact of him winning a wrestling championship. I would get their magazines only if there was Hardy Boys on the front cover. And one time I was reading it and they questioned Matt and Jeff like, "Oh, what brother do you think will get the title first?" And Matt said Jeff, and like my heart was like, yeah, Jeff Hardy. Like I don't know, I'm just psycho about Jeff Hardy. It's like the Swanton Bombs, just everything. He's a high flyer, you know, like it's super cool. And so yeah, just I didn't get to see those moments, but I think the moment I really like was just shocked and inspired by him was my friend had an illegal cable box and he was watching WrestleMania. I could never watch
as we do back then in
right?
the 90s.
I could never watch
Not the Spice Channel.
I could never watch the pay-per-views of wrestling. I watched, you know, Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
And but I walk in and they're doing the WrestleMania TLC match. You know, Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys. And I'm sitting there and I loved his Swanton Bomb, right? It's a special move. Come on. And dude, he blew my mind when he put Bubba on the table and he did it from a ladder. It's the first time. I don't think he ever did it before that.
Oh, okay.
But dude, I sat there and like just was like, holy shit, this is something else. Like it's insane. I watched that clip like a week ago or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like it just blew my mind, and no one else did that for me. So yeah, he's inspiring. Jeff Hardy, man. Who's like, it would be crazy for me to ask I was gonna ask like, who's your favorite wrestler? You're always wearing the you know, the yeet and stuff.
Yeah, Jay Uso, because the Usos and like Rock and Roman and them, they were raised here in the Bay Area. So like Rikishi and all them, so they lived in like Hunters Point, San Francisco. Right? Oh, so yeah, so like that's why I rock like like Usos like a lot of the times, because like Bay Area wrestlers, like I'm gonna represent them. Which is why I mean they also get billed like they're from Florida too, because they train there. They live there for a minute, but really like the family, they're I know why family they are here in the Bay Area.
Oh my God, that connects everything. So nerd in the Bay and like you liking Bay Area people.
Yeah, I'm gonna root for my Bay folks. You know?
Is there any other Bay Area wrestlers that are like WWE or anything, or is like are they
Bailey's from San Jose?
Oh,
Bailey's from San Jose.
Okay,
dude, JR like dated Bailey.
Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of throwing out
what?
I'm gonna go ask him about that. That's insane.
JR and Bailey, that was a thing too.
That's crazy. Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna bother him.
You're like, what? What's about this Bailey chick? You know, like, wow.
Wait, I heard for what? Who's JR? Have I met JR?
No,
I don't.
Maybe Fanime, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's actually one of my coworkers. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, he dated Bailey. Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey man, I heard you like Bailey's. Like, I got you a drink. No, Bailey's.
Oh shit! You like you like how we're like, hey, we brought up wrestling, and then this motherfucker just took over.
Went off. No.
He's just like, bro, I love this shit so much. This one fucking thing, dude. And I think that's really cool how like wrestling as like a medium. There's a little bit of something for everyone, right? Where you very much like the Attitude Era. I grew up and I lived in like the Ruthless Aggression era, right? Yeah. Seeing like Big Show, like Chokeslam, what do you call it? No, seeing Big Show chokeslam Kurt Angle in like the warehouse, and me looking at my dad and be like, Dad, I've never seen anybody die before on TV. This is crazy. I legit thought, I was like, he's fucking dead, dude. Yeah. he's on the ground with his like leg all like, and there's like a pool of blood behind the back of his head.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, he's fucking dead.
It's like Kurt Angle gets up. Don't worry, I'm on perks.
Yeah. The next fucking week, he's in a wheelchair with a little bandage on the back of his head. I'm like, what the fuck? How is he alive? How did they bring him back?
Yeah, those people were really hurting themselves back then. Yeah. Like legitimately like hurting themselves.
Oh yeah.
I remember people telling me like, yeah, this is fake. I'm like, no, that man looks like he's actually dying.
Or just like my favorite moment of all fucking time. Brock Lesnar versus Big Show, dude, where Brock does the suplex.
Superplex.
And the whole fucking stage collapsed.
Yeah.
And I remember I was jumping on my dad's bed so fucking hard I almost hit the fucking ceiling, dude. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I think that the only reason it broke is because they used zip ties instead or something like that.
no,
To hold
it
the
was staged. It was
Yeah,
planned.
yeah,
staged?
it had
Okay.
to be staged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those things when it breaks, like when he got not in Hell in the Cell,
Yeah,
or
when
like
he got choke slammed, like quote unquote hell.
yeah,
right?
yeah, stuff like that. Like, yeah, it has to be kind of
I heard that wasn't planned at all.
not the Hell in the Cell one.
Not the
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
in the
the Hell in the
Cell.
Cell was not
Not the
planned.
Hell in the Cell.
It was like he just
It was
did
like
that.
a separate match. Yeah, he just got choke slammed in an area where they like cut out like
yeah, in the
hole
actual
to-
ring.
yeah through the ring.
Didn't
Yeah.
you look down? He's like, please not be dead. Please not be dead.
Dude, that was the hardest photo. And then you bought that shirt for Fist of Fury, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Another massive wrestling fan who we have been to an event
Yeah,
with, dude.
yeah.
I mean, I also got you that other shirt from a great wrestling moment.
I should have put that on right now, dude. I was
I
like,
mean,
Yeah.
I was like, I've never seen you worn it in a while.
it's starting to shrink. That or my gut is just getting huge. So every time I
Might be a
lift up
little
my
bit both.
hands, it's just a little bit of gut
I
at the
just showing
bottom.
some.
Oh, that's fair. It's like tightening up. It's like he's not
Yeah,
flexing.
that's the. Dude, I love Breezy Excursion and all their designs, even if a lot of that shit is just like stolen, basically, right? But like the problem with their clothing, and this is one of the big reasons why, like I very much have been heavy on like we need to have a high quality product, is that their shit shrinks so quickly.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
I remember I bought this triple XL Raiders sweater. And by the time, like after the third time I washed it, like my fucking 5-foot girl who I was with was wearing it now, dude, and it's like fits her perfectly. Like this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Did you ever like costume like as like a Hardy Boy?
No,
Like
never.
1-to-1 fit? No.
No, I love their action and all those SmackDown games.
Yeah.
Dude, PlayStation 1, SmackDown, like always picking Jeff, setting up the ladder, Swanton Bomb off of it. Like always amazing, man. Those dude, what is your favorite since we're gamers, what's your favorite wrestling game?
Oh man. So like wrestling games, I always go back to like the Aki games. Like,
Okay.
No Mercy, WCW versus NWO.
Yeah.
Like that style of gaming.
Yeah.
2000, like those style of games where it like transitioned to like Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah.
that particular one because that's more of a wrestling style game.
Yep.
And then Fight for New York. It's a little bit of that, but it's more on like just it's quote unquote fighting.
I recently played that. And
Dude,
It's a banger.
dude,
I really wanted at a King's Cup at one day.
dude, I
That'd be
love
amazing.
that. It is, right? Like the mechanics of it and everything. And
Yeah.
the fact that CEO, like,
Yeah.
they have it and stuff. It's a high level game. It's so sad that they don't bring it back. Last time we heard, like, Ice-T tweeted something about, like, oh, let's get this many likes and like we'll talk about a new Def Jam. And he got it. Like it blew it out of the water and like nothing. Crickets,
No,
It
Def Jam does that on tweets.
Yeah, they occasionally want that for reach. But
Yeah.
there is another rapper who's apparently getting something together that he's like a big fan of Def Jam.
Yep.
Specifically Icon, unfortunately. But yeah, that's why I'm like,
Dakota,
No.
Dakota's like, yeah.
No.
yeah,
No.
icon.
Yeah,
I
like,
know nothing other than Icon. I've never played any of the others.
the entire
Oh.
time he's like, we fly high.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Yeah.
The
oh.
car's gone.
No,
Yeah.
Def Jam Fight for New York is the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'll always watch it on like a stream or
Yeah.
like a video. I was like, dude, Def Jam, please. I want to commentate it too.
Def Jam would be legit.
I would, yeah.
Oh, dude, I hope it comes back one day, like
too.
remastered or something
Yeah.
at least.
It's impossible with like the legal copyrights of all that song. Plus, a lot of those people are no longer under the Def Jam label. Like, who does
Yeah.
Def Jam have nowadays? Realistically,
That and I
Okay.
remember hearing like a lot of those rappers did not get paid.
Oh,
yeah, because they just took their
Their
branding,
their branding
their
and likeness. And, like,
I think they got paid for recording their lines, and
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, it's a legal hell to get that. I mean, if you were to try to release that today, like the game would be still sold for like $60, right,
Yeah.
or more, and then like half the songs would be gone.
yeah.
But it's crazy because like it seemed like rappers were more lenient back then. It's like, dude, it came out with that roster's insane,
Yeah.
and
It
the
is
fact
insane.
that they were cool with it. But now going back, they would be like, no, I want this
I want
much
my
and this
cut.
much, and it's like,
Yeah.
like you're just making the game not come out.
I mean, I know we say it's like damn near impossible, but it is possible. We never thought there would be another Marvel's Capcom because of
Yeah.
Disney, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We're like, oh dang, what do we do?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just sitting here, like, I don't know. You can probably see it in my eyes, but I'm somewhere else right now. Straight up, like you were just like, yeah, Def Jam 5 for New York, and I was just like, I only seen like a couple of the super moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, what would that look like at a King's Cup? And then I was like, well, fuck it, dude. If we're just gonna start running Xbox games, like Xbox original games and all sorts of other shit. Dude, what about SSX Tricky, dude? We do an SSX
I would
Tricky
be down.
bracket.
I love
mean,
SSX
We're gonna do
Tricky.
FIFA. We're gonna do Madden. We're gonna.
It would
do
have to be a
fucking-
fighting game. It would have to be a fighting game.
Yeah.
Though,
Yeah.
you know? Def Jam.
That
Def
blurs the
Jam's
line.
under.
Also, yeah.
I think Def Jam's under a fighting game.
No, 100% is.
Yeah. Marvel Rise of the Imperfects. Oh yeah.
That's the best one. It's like so many great characters that people
Those characters
love.
are being used today.
Because of that game. Because of that game, that was the game that originally I was like, Iron Man's fucking stupid, dude. And then I started playing Rise of the Imperfects. I was like, yo, Iron Man's actually fucking sick.
So what's your favorite original character from Rise of Imperfects? Can you remember their names?
Johnny Ohm, dude.
Oh wow!
You know,
wow!
I had
Oh my
no
god!
idea.
He plays.
Wow.
He plays. He's high
Johnny.
high level
actually
Rise
does.
of the Imperfects.
Okay.
player over
It's
here.
crazy how much merchandise they had planned for that character, and then none of it panned out because the game failed horribly.
dude. Yeah, I thought like when that came out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see them in comics like forever. And like, nope.
No, they're
That's
gone.
just there for that one.
Maybe that's another reason as well why I became such a big fan of Johnny Cage, because I heard the Johnny Ohm line so much, like here's Johnny, that when I saw that in MKX, I was like, let's fucking go.
You know, it's crazy.
fucking
There's
go.
probably like one designer and artist who's like probably smiling right now if he ever heard this. Be like, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that too.
I did that.
My guy. I just needed one.
I made his childhood. But hey, since we're talking about like physical contact sport, let's talk about what you do for physical activity. Let's talk about your martial arts.
Sure. Yeah. I've been doing like martial arts since like '95.
What?
Yeah. So I started training in Taekwondo in '95. And like I from like a timeline, I stopped at like 2006. But like you just
Yeah.
keep training, right? You just do the motions and the moves. But I'm a very big martial arts buff because like this kind of ties into fighting games. So back then, like during like Street Fighter 2 like hype and all that stuff, I don't know if you remember particularly. I don't know if you remember when GamePro had like their Street Fighter guides, and
Yes,
it would
yeah.
show every button of the move that they did, right? Like jab straight forward,
Yeah.
jab straight fierce, like forward roundhouse, that sort of thing. So before I even joined martial arts, I would actually do like the GamePro moves of each of the characters. Like,
Oh.
like I had to actually do the jab. I do try to do like the guile double
Yeah.
sweep in my room, and that stuff like that. And I mean, I couldn't do a flash kick, in my room or anything, but
Damn.
that would be amazing. But no, that's what I like. I got into like martial arts back then, before I even actually joined martial arts. So yeah, I started off with Taekwondo, and then I got to like second degree black belts, and then I tried out like a bunch of other martial arts at my Taekwondo. Like at my Taekwondo school, they had us like train judo. They had us train like eskrima, like double stick, arts like Filipino sticks. What else? Kendo, Hapkido. They had us like train in all like try out these other styles basically. So but like Taekwondo has been like my main bread and butter until like 2000, like in the teens, like 20 teens. I joined. I also did capoeira too, and then I joined an Akaji Kempo school, but it was like a Akaji Kempo / MMA school where Michael McDonald trained for a moment. He was like really good friends with the instructor there, so I got to learn from him. I was learning from like a world champion Muay Thai kickboxer, Miriam
Webster.
No, no, not the dictionary. Sakamoto is a world. It's a female world champion Muay Thai kickboxer. I was training with her for a stint. Like I said, trained capoeira. I learned about the Alameda County boxing class that they had in Hayward when I was living there at the time. It was like a free class you can take. You just needed to clear the background check, and so I was training in boxing for for like 6 years.
Yeah, and it was a free class.
Free class.
That's crazy because like you look to try to find a gym, like a fight gym here, either it's jujitsu or something, and it's like a month, it's like $200-300, and it's just like god damn.
Yeah. No, it's pricey. I mean, especially now, right? So,
Yeah.
people just want to get into like MMA and all that stuff. So like the singular arts is like more rare nowadays, right? So yeah, I did a lot of striking martial arts. I haven't gotten into, other than judo for a little bit, I haven't gotten to like ground game.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to complete my system, I would need some ground game in there. But if it led me to train with West Coast Action Team, West Coast Martial Arts. So Ernie Reyes Jr. They're based in San Jose, basically.
Yep.
So basically transitioned for me to like train with a team called Loop Kicks. Right, they're also based in San Jose, and it's a world-renowned like martial arts tricking team. They went all over the world to perform in like shows and in movies and TV and all that. Like one of the team members became like the fight director for John Wick 3.
Oh.
Right. One of our other team members was the Rinsler for Tron Legacy, actual character. So yeah, we train. We all train together. Like throw like jump kicks, flips, like twisting in the air and all that stuff. And that's how I met Jr. Because he was training there as well. He was very into like just movement arts, like because he's also like b-boys and breakdance and dances. So yeah, that's where I met with the Loop Kicks. I was training with them for like 99 to like 2013. So I was like jumping around doing like the aerial kicks and all that stuff, learning how to do a flash kick back then. But like, yeah, it's a lot on the core, and having good knees because you're putting pressure on the knees and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, like amazing time, but like, yeah, it definitely does a wear and tear on the body.
Oh, for sure.
This sounds like middle school Dakota, right? Like everything that you were like, I was just literally sitting there like 2007 or whatever with my MacBook and just like, I'm going to teach all my stuff, all this shit that you're talking about, like in my room. And I'm over here like, I'm learning capoeira and shit like that. And then like, after I learn like one move, I'm like, all right, cool. What's something else that we can do? Oh, what's like the hardest kick you could throw in karate? I'm learning that.
Yeah.
All right. What's the fucking this, that, and the other? Okay. Now I want to start breakdancing. Now I want to fight. And so I'm just spending like an obnoxious amount of time like learning stuff on YouTube in my room and just like whatever. All useless stuff that I never like. By the time I got to high school, all that stuff was like completely out the window. None of that mattered. Right. It wasn't like I was fighting. It was just like yo, you're just playing football and just like being dumb and playing video games. That's it. Watching anime.
Right? Yeah, no, that's what's funny. But yeah, it's just learning all that dynamic movement, and I mean, the tricking part is like, it's just flashy for like the camera and like for TV, movies, and all that stuff. But yeah, world-renowned team was part of like the demo team that we would compete like all over the world and all that stuff. So like that was like past life before FGC stuff, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was able to jump around and flip around and all that stuff.
Damn.
With that in mind, like due to like the physicality of a bunch of other stuff, right, and your love of like wrestling, did you ever like consider going to like a wrestling school or want to be a part of that?
I did think about that at a moment. And my literal like best friend, he's in the like in basically the business. He's in the wrestling business. Not in the physical sense of like doing matches and getting, but he's done that. But he was more of a commentator, but now he's a manager of a stable or a group basically. So it's funny. It's him and his younger brother. He manages his younger brother, and before his younger brother had like an MMA like a character to him or a gimmick, but then, now his gimmick is that like he escaped from prison, and so he wears the orange jumpsuit, and he manages his younger brother, But like a lot of the things, like get the oil, get the oil. He's all about the baby oil. Like literally, they spray his opponents down and to get the oil. And like there was like one clip where I think the match was over, or it was like the younger brother interrupted, and he was just pulling the guy away into the curtain. It's like to do whatever he's gonna do. He was like, ha ha ha, we got him this time, and we're gonna take advantage of him and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, we're really gonna do the Diddy gimmick in 2026.
I was gonna say that sounds like, dude, if Atlanta was a wrestler, that might be his gimmick, dude. His wrestling name would be
how we got here.
His wrestling name would be like Sweet Cheeks or something, dude. And it's fucking
man. I like it.
You like
Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah, but they went full ham on the wrestling gimmick. But yeah, he does it. He manages, and he's just loving it, man. He's just in it.
Amazing.
Out of curiosity, is there like when you watch any fighting games and you see like a certain fight, like a fighting style, and it's replicated very poorly, do you get disgusted?
I do, because I think about knee placement and like, dude, like you're tearing your MCL and ACL and all that stuff. I was like, why? Like nobody sweeps like that. I get really critical because, like, again, trained martial arts. I'm like, you're not supposed to like position like that and all that, but it's video games. It's like whatever too at the same time. But like, when I see it, I'm like, oh my knees cannot do that. If I tried to do that right now,
I'm thinking about like all the NRS moves, like Terminator's like low
like
floor, and he's like,
like, what is that? That's his anti-air.
Robotic. It's a robot.
it's like, it's
It's true.
horrible. Oh my
For
gosh.
him, it makes sense as a robot.
Yeah.
You don't have ligaments or anything.
They took it from Jason, right?
they
did take
it's the
it.
same exact move from Jason.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is
But
this?
Jason's immortal, so it's like whatever to him.
Right. You
Yeah.
don't care about his ligaments.
Of course.
Yeah, he's
Get it
been
reattached.
stabbed.
It's not even a matter of a ligaments, dude. It's just a matter of like, why am I gonna crouch and then like extend my knee all the way straight, like from this position? Like, not only does that seem like, unless you're insanely flexible, that's mad uncomfortable, but also that seems like, how much power are you actually gonna generate?
You're able to like,
You're gonna generate
from that angle. Like, what?
Like, bro, dude, I'm actually the most strongest from kicking people when I'm in a seated position, dude.
From the crab position on all fours, like upward twist kick. Like, ain't no way.
Are you hype about Alex coming to Street Fighter 6?
I am hype about Alex because when Street Fighter 3 came out, I was like, I'm looking for a main, and I'm a Guile main through and through, right? Like the only characters I tend to pick are characters that have flash kicks, basically. So Guile had a flash kick, Charlie, and all that stuff. Not Remy, because I don't like Remy.
I see.
I really don't like Remy, and the Remy fans are like, "Oh, why not? Remy's so cool." I was like, "Dude, it's Evo Guile, basically."
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. He's like hella skinny.
Yeah.
He's low tier. Like,
He is.
like, dude, he's ass, man. Like, give me Guile back, right? But so in terms of trying to find a main in Street Fighter 3, Alex was the pick because like I was, again, I didn't have Guile, so Alex is like a hybrid grappler, basically. So he had the movement of someone that's not a grappler, but has like the power and like grabs of a grappler. Is like, that's pretty cool. And I was like really into wrestling too. So I main Alex in like third strike, and then like also in 5 as well. So like I really got down with Alex in 5. So like I'm really happy that Alex is gonna be here for 6. But like definitely seen that toolkit. I'm like, man, it's going to be a big puzzle because, like, again, stands and all the tools that he has on the stands and the mix-up that you can do, it's going to be pretty nuts when Alex is out.
So hype. So an important reason, like we like to talk about, is your commentary. You're getting up there, you're doing your thing. I know when we first met you weren't, and then like what got you interested in it and stuff?
Yeah, so like one, I'm grateful for the opportunity for like, MADHouse was able to give me like with the open mic for the events. Like, yeah, you want to jump on commentary? It's like, yeah, sure. And when I started getting back into FGC in 23, I mean, and I would go to Guildhouse a lot, right? And I would always see that commentary booth open, and I was like, I think I want to give that a shot. I want to just talk about Street Fighter and talk about the match and all that stuff. Like, I had no like formal type of training. I'm just like a content creator that just let's plays basically when I'm playing the games, whatever, and just trying to talk about it. So in 23 it didn't happen, right? I just played the game, try to compete and all that stuff. In 24, that's when I decided to go like jump for it and give it a shot. And yeah, and you mentioned like No Fun. Like me and No Fun literally started at the same time, basically at MADHouse. So yeah, we kicked it off. We gave it a shot because I guess MADHouse main commentators back then like weren't around as much, or they were just doing whatever. So yeah, so in 24 started to do it. I started 24. Yeah, 24. Or no, not even 24. Yeah, actually 24. 24. 24. I started to do it and just went every single week to MADHouse to commentate and learn how to like yap better on the mic, yap better on like commentary. Like I remember back then I was like I'm saying every single thing that they're doing, like standing HP to Sonic Boom and all that stuff, and like I come to learn like you don't have to really say every single thing. You could just talk about like what just happened in that outcome. Like, oh, you got the jump in and you did a big combo for big damage and all that stuff. But you start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So like again, like I'm grateful for like MADHouse, and I'm grateful for MADHouse for giving me that opportunity. And like you were on the mic all the time, and so like I was trying to like absorb from you and learn from you like how to navigate, like how to talk about the match and the situation. And then I got feedback from Dakota, like learning how to like project my voice and like whenever hype things were happening to kick it up a notch and stuff like that. So I learned these things as I continue to like go through this journey. And start off with MADHouse and MADHouse events, King's Cup. When there was like an open spot on the mic, because I know Sly was starting to do it at that time too, like learning as well, Sly Coco. And I just kept doing the reps, and it came to a point where I think basically my peers were like getting all these gigs all around me, and I was like, man, like I think I'm okay to try to apply for these gigs. And in the beginning I didn't get them, right? I started applying everywhere. If they had a commentary application form, I was going to fill it out and give it a shot. So yeah, tried Frosty Faustings, didn't get it in 25. I tried. I mean, Genesis is there's no application. It's just like who you know basically of how to get in. I didn't get it there either. But I just kept applying, and and I was starting to doubt myself too a little bit because I wasn't getting the gigs. But like DJ Norb, shout out to DJ Norb, because like he hella encouraged me. He's like, dude, like one, I really like your commentary. Like I seen the growth that you put into it. And then you put in the reps and everything. So like I have faith that you're gonna get something big. Like and I really, really appreciated it, because like I was doubting myself, right? And I think I was like, with whatever style that I have when it comes to commentary, that I can hold my own in my way that I do it, right? So like I just filled out like a string of forums where it was like Texas Showdown, Fight Kingdom, and Max Mode of 25, and the big break was Texas Showdown. They gave me my first big like major yes, and I was so happy because they put me on edge. She's like, yeah, they reached out like, hey, yeah, we're gonna just want to reach out to you. It's like, hey, yeah, we might consider you. Just give us a few days and we'll go from there. And so like I'm on edge. I'm like, did I get it? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. And then like several days later, it's like, yeah, you're in. We want you to commentate for Texas Showdown. And I was like, I was just dude, I was sharing it to everybody. It's like, dude, I fucking got into Texas Showdown. This is like one of the like the almost longest like running like majors that are still out there, other than like Evo, right? I got like one of those like basically the oldest like running FGC majors that are out there, and so like I still consider that a very, very big deal, because when I disappeared away from the FGC, I was still watching all this stuff, right? I was watching all the events, so I know Texas Showdown and the prestige that it has, and it just being like just a tournament with like brackets and of all whatever range of games that it has. So again, first big break. I know that, and at that time, I know that Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 are heavily contested. So when I did my application, like I said, like, hey, yeah, let me put in that, like, I want to do commentary for Street Fighter Alpha 2. Let me do Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Let me do the more retro games, right? And that's how I got in, basically, is like just doing those older games. And that year I did my thing. One day I did like 9 hours straight commentary from like different games. Right,
grinding.
I'm putting in the grind, and I got that string of events. So I got like Texas Showdown was first, then I went to Washington for Fight Kingdom, and then I went over to Atlanta for Max Mode, and so that just kickstarted everything, and then I just kept on applying and applying to places and events, and and I continue to do it today, and like I'm back into Texas Showdown. I just don't know what my schedule is, right? So like my goal this year is basically to get 2 majors on my belt, right? I got my Texas Showdown. I want to get another one, and I'm just applying for all these other regionals to just do my thing and try to commentate as best as I can with all these games. I cover like a bunch of games. I know like. Maybe you should like focus on a like one game or two. I apply for the games that I've had a past with, right? Like I played Alpha 2 back in the day. Yeah, I played CVS 2 back in the day. Like, I mean, maybe I'm not up to date now of like how things are for those games, but like I had a love for these games, so like I want to share that like joy and passion of that, right? So so I just apply for all these games that I've had a past with, and like my hard line is like I don't do anime games because like I didn't really get into anime games like that back then. So like I don't want to just be everywhere and like do that terrible job of why is he in there if he doesn't know like what he's talking about when it comes to a game like that.
Yeah.
Right? So I just keep doing the thing, and like I said, I'm back in Texas Showdown, Combo Breaker. They're giving me hope there too, Ooh. So because like I did a Winter Showdown basically, and I guess there's someone that does also associated with Combo Breakers. So I'm like, okay, yeah, man. Hopefully I just do a good job, and I'm just grateful for all the opportunities that I'm able to get, and if I don't get it, that's it is what it is. Like I understand. Genesis, like this year Genesis, I was really hoping for, but I didn't get picked this time, which I was bummed about because it was like a repeat of last year. But I was like, dude, I mean, there's a reason. Like all the people that were picked, like, dude, they were all really good commentators in their field, and it's like I get it. I just wish there was a seat for me, But there's always next time and next year, and I'm just gonna keep on applying to these places, and hopefully, the big one I think of like Evo Vegas, and if I ever get that, dude, you set a precedent for me because I'm like, because when you do the big events, you're suited up. I'm like, dude, that's sick. I love that. Oh, I want to do that too. Whenever it's in a big event, like tie, just be dressed up, just pure professionalism when it comes to the big events, and like, that's why I appreciate like you just setting the standard basically when it comes to not only commentary but like just the presence, right?
It does, yes. But I've always felt that like not even just with commentary, it's like even just like when I used to compete hardcore in like MK and stuff. I would always something funny enough like the number one thing I would hear a lot from women in minutes like you don't look like a gamer because like then you look around, all the gamers are pretty comfortable with like just their they go out to the pools with flip flops or this and that. And no, me, I have to have like I'm going out to battle. Like I need my shower in the morning, brush my teeth, freaking just everything like, slick my hair. And it's funny because I later on, like I went to CEO, but like a couple years back, and I was chilling with Forever King, and I wasn't really dressed up because we chilled for like a week, and then CEO was going to happen on the weekend. And I didn't really slick my hair or anything. And then the day of CEO, I get ready, and he was used to me being with slick hair, suited like a ready to play a fighting game. And almost the whole week I wasn't like that. I was comfortable. We're just getting matches in. We're grinding. And then I dressed up that day. And when I got to the bathroom, he was like, "There's Michaelangelo." And I'm like, yeah, it's like someone like in UFC, like, you know, I feel like they put on the gloves and the shorts and they take off their shirt, you know, and that's them. That's Nick Diaz. That's GSP. Not GSP wearing jeans and a shirt. Like that's the civilian. There's Michael the civilian, and then there's the one that dressed up. And a lot of people don't do it. I know. Yeah, like people will tell me like, dude, they look like they don't care. Like they're chilling. I'm like, I guess that helps me stand out. I guess. You know? And whatever. So yeah, thanks for noticing. I guess.
That definitely left an impression. I'm like, dude, like, whenever I get that big gig, I'm definitely it'll what do they say when it's like it takes you away from the herd, I guess, and it just they'll remember you, even not even hearing your voice. They'll just be like, "Who's that guy? Like he was the one with the suit. Like he took our, you know, job serious. You know, can bring him back and stuff." So it's always cool, man. FGC's trying to get to that level of sports, right? Like, so and you never see commentators like in NFL or anything wearing casual stuff, right? They're pretty shorts and slippers and
is there commentators at that level, like in anything, tennis or surfing maybe, that wear like whatever they want and they're chilling?
Maybe in surfing, it's like it's a little hot and
right. You would think shorts and tank top and stuff. Yeah.
So I watch, you know, me being like the resident like sports fan. Like, even you just like every time you come over to my house, there's a different sport on TV.
Yeah,
right?
there is.
So you guys were watching like the World Baseball Classic, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, because I always ask people this. I was like, I'll watch commentary, and in hockey they'll call it like not the locker room, they'll call it the dressing room, right? In football they call it the locker room. In baseball they call it like the ball house, right, or the clubhouse. But when I was walking myself through that conversation just right now, I was like, every single, like whether I'm watching rugby, whether I'm watching you know, hockey, baseball, every commentator is wearing basically a suit. Like there's very, very few like commentary gigs where I see somebody not wearing a suit and it doesn't really make sense. And like even the only time I don't see that is like when it's like a cold weather NFL game and they're wearing like a very, very nice like wool coat, or they're wearing like something like that.
Coat.
That's going like going over the suit, right? Like they're bundled up in a different way that's like not just the suit. And I'm like, wow, but also that's an insanely like professional and really clean look still in the same way.
Yes.
Maybe we should start holding a higher standard, right? For fucking like, you know. But with that being said, right, you got other cats that are showing up in like hoodies and like Ultra David is someone who comes to mind, right? Where like even when he was accepting the Evo Award from last year, like this dude walked up there in a hoodie. And
because anywhere else he'd be like button up shirt and all that stuff.
Well,
but
he wears shorts though. Like it's
nobody wears shorts.
It's very
funny.
funny.
He balances
when I saw that at wrist, I was like, that's
funny.
really fucking. That's a Zoom call right there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's very impressive.
So, but no. Every time I've seen him so far, he's been in a hoodie, and I'm like, wow, that's like real fucking cool, right? Like he's just very comfortable. With that being said, there's also a senator who goes out there. I forget the gentleman's name, right? But he also wears a hoodie and like jeans on like the Senate floor while everybody else is in a suit.
I know who you're talking about. I keep on forgetting his name though.
Fetterman guy, right?
It might be,
something Fetterman.
Yeah, I think that might be that cat's name. And I know nothing about his politics, his stance, or anything other than I know like, hey, he's just like this guy looks like someone's PE coach or PE teacher, like just out there, right? And he's like, he looks very serious, but he's like also like, oh man, I don't know if I can take you seriously, but so long as you're getting your job done,
like a construction guy just got off of a shift,
and he's going to his second job.
This is his town hall meeting. He's showing up at the town hall meeting, like we don't need another fucking Starbucks. Like,
I mean, he seems like a reasonable guy.
I know nothing about him and or his stances or anything like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, dude. Maybe at some point we should start holding a higher standard with our commentators.
Eventually,
maybe, at least for like the bigger ones, maybe.
Dude. Back then, I mean, I'm saying back then, but it's like 2023, 2024. Like there was nobody that was going up to like Guildhouse just to commentate. Until like you know me, you know Sly Coco. I mean, you whenever you're around, especially for the Guildhouse, right?
Trailblazers.
Like until like we started just started being there more actively, and then now all of a sudden now today everybody wants to be on the booth, everybody wants to like start yapping in commentary and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, yeah, like that, like, man, where was this back like a few years back?
I think when things get popular, then they want to, what is that called? When like, when something goes big, it's like they don't want to be there for when, they have 8 viewers. Okay, like I don't want to waste my time commentating. But then the boom happens and they're like, pick me. Like there's a line now, It is what it is.
People fight for the booth now.
Yeah.
It's like that's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem.
When it comes to presentation now, it brings me up a very particular point, right? We are going to the Evo Awards. We are going to be there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what month we're in, March 28th or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, it's coming.
I keep thinking to myself, like, you were someone who I wanted to talk to, right? Like, what are we going to wear to the Evo Awards? Like, a lot of people wear suits. They get all dressed up. Ultra David is in a hoodie, whatever. Atlanta's thinking like, hey, we really should like stick with branding of like, how are people going to see us like out in public? So I think he's going to be wearing this windbreaker right here. And I already picked out my outfit. I know I'm already just going to wear my standard like Dickies look in my polo or whatever, right? Have you decided what you're going to wear?
I thought I was going to straight up wear like a suit that I bring to commentary.
Yeah.
Maybe not the full on, but like maybe,
I mean,
what is that when you wear like I wore it to the party. Suspenders. There you go.
Okay.
Maybe that, but something classy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go too normal. I was thinking like maybe normal if it's our MADHouse branding stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah, I was gonna wear the metal shirt with a tie. Apparently, people want me to wear a tie.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Okay, I guess.
If you're gonna wear that, you wear the jacket. You just put on a tie.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna.
What I would think would be perfect if we could do it, but no pressure or anything. But like, is if we did wear something professional, all of us in like a suit, but like MADHouse tie, MADHouse like a pin at least, right? Like MADHouse cuffs. Like we don't have any of that, but
that would be sick.
It would be
we'd
nice
have to get a rush job right now.
Ever since Devontae Adams, when he was first signed with the Raiders, he wore an all black suit.
Yeah.
But then when he opened up his blazer, you would see on the inside it had like Raiders, it had Raiders lining, or he had like the big Raiders logo in the lining, right? Like that's something I've always wanted to do for MADHouse or whatever. But with that being said, at the end of the day, when you're just like, if someone just sees you walking by, you're just wearing a black suit. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, dude, if Kendrick Lamar can go fucking get an award or pick up 5 Grammys in a night wearing a Canadian tuxedo, right? Take shots at like Drake wearing all denim head to toe. I'm like, I think we have a little bit of grace to like dress out however we want.
What you feel?
Part of me is like, you should wear like a leather jacket with like the MADHouse logo or like something like, with your logo on it.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. But also, if you wore like a suit and whatever, I think it would also look good.
That is probably good too. I mean, I'm known for the leather jacket thing, so the leather jacket MADHouse is cool.
I do like the idea of like individual style, right? Like,
okay.
Individual style, like this is your brand.
Yeah.
This is your brand. This is your brand.
I see.
But I also like the uniform too. So like you can't go wrong either way.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think a lot of people when they see me, they see this jacket, so it's kind of like the thing for me.
I see.
Yeah.
You do wear it a lot now, huh? And it's great. It has
it's a very nice jacket.
Yeah.
Or windbreaker, really.
Like imagine me going up there in a suit without my hat. Like it's just like I feel like I need to wear this hat all the time.
Yeah. I see.
Realistically, I think it's also really funny if someone watches the Evo Awards and like, whoa, like I don't think I'll ever see those guys.
Like
they see us at Evo and there's like exactly dressed the same way.
Yeah.
Like that's comedy.
That is good.
Our chat is like, who the hell are these guys? Like I don't recognize any.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Like,
MADHouse.
I mean, you ever see the Raid 2?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember this one scene on the train where like he's looking at the guy at the suitcase and then he just lowers his phone, exact same outfit, and he's holding the suitcase?
I forgot it. I just watched Raid 1 again. I've seen Raid 2 like, 10 years ago or something like that. So I kind of forgot. Yeah, dude, great action. It's like Mortal Kombat meets martial art movie. Yeah. Like it's
good.
Wait. The first MK was good.
Doesn't sound like any stock on the new MK.
But yeah,
I mean, I love Kano, but that's about it.
The Raid is insanity. The Raid movies, crazy.
Yeah.
So hey, man, we kicked it off a good amount today, huh?
I mean, we can still keep going, of course.
was
I mean, I
deep.
still am very curious about why you keep Cool Whip by the side of your bed.
What do you mean?
You keep.
I was
Cool
told
Whip
that you keep Cool Whip by the side of your bed.
Cool Whip on the by the
Cool
side of
Whip.
the bed?
Yeah, I was very weirded out when I was told that. I'm like, is that real?
Wait, who told you that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge my sources. I'm a journalist.
Yeah. Our source, Sid.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't sound anything that I mean I recognize, but like so you mentioned Sweet Lips. The nickname was Pretty Lips, right?
Oh.
Just
Pretty
to correct you,
Lips.
like
Okay.
Pretty Lips, because like when a group of us were hanging out and we would play like was it Game Spy Online Halo 1 or something like that. You know, whenever online was the very, very first thing, right? Yeah, one of our friends, no longer a friend of ours, he just looked at me. He was like, you know what, Marco, you got some pretty lips. I guess because I put on way too much chapstick at that moment, and like my lips were just glowing and glistening and all that stuff.
Blinding everybody.
I was just shining it shining on everybody. But I was like, yeah, you got some pretty lips, and everybody laughed, and that nickname just stuck to me. I can't get away from it, even if I wanted to.
Dude, hopefully they didn't say that while you were in prison or something.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was like, are you not friends with him anymore because of the
Yeah.
sexual advances?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got a pretty mouth. I like you, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty lips, we friends.
But the Cool Whip thing, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I was like
Mentioning
weirded out. I
it,
was like,
wait,
that
what?
doesn't. I was like, that's weird.
Someone's trying to throw you under the bus, dude, for being
Apparently.
big back as fuck,
yeah,
dude. They're
yeah,
like, yo,
it's
you
just
keep-
like one day he's just like, I'm gonna wake up and make a Sunday.
you
What the hell?
fucking.
Dude, Pretty
like-
Lips Cool Whip. Like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
What
well, that's
the
kind
heck?
of a weird one.
That's weird.
There's like a storage container under your bed with like Girl Scout cookies or some shit, dude. That's always.
If
bad.
I know, the Cool Whip thing, I have no idea what they're talking about. But if it's something that I can just remember, like see and like, oh, that's what they're talking about, then yeah, I would be able to explain myself. But like, I have no idea what that even means. Like, what do you mean, Cool Whip? Oh man,
you got any more, Atlanta?
I mean, I was, also wondering what's your favorite Care Bear. I'm not sure what that's about.
favorite Care Bear?
Yeah, someone. I don't know what that's about either. I was like,
These are like my old friends that their memory is like it's starting to go away because I have no
Favorite
idea
Care
what
Bear,
Care
huh?
Bear. I'd never owned a Care Bear whatsoever or anything. The source that made it talk to you about Pretty Lips, he used to be called the Rabbit because he was so horny all the time.
Oh,
he would try to
it
dry
makes
hump.
sense.
It would try to dry hump every single one of us. Like, dude, get the fuck off me, like a fucking rabbit.
Yeah.
I talked to a predator.
Dude, that's why he wanted to talk to you, dude. He's like, yeah, sweet cheeks. I tell you whatever you want. Just
It's
stay on the
possible the
phone.
Cool Whip thing was him saying,
Dude.
"Hey, I got Cool Whip underneath the bed. Come on through."
Crispy, man, your memory is fucked. What the hell, man?
Dude, the dry humping rabbit.
Dry humping
that
rabbit.
says Pretty
He
Lips.
just dry humps everything.
Dude.
Can I keep it a stack with you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we talked to a couple people, and like all the questions they had, I was just like, yo, these questions fucking suck, man.
Yeah,
Like they're like, what's it like being a content creator? I'm like, what kind of like what do you not know who your friend is, dude? The most like basic fucking shit. They're like, what are your aspirations for your channel? It's like, okay, like dude, these are questions I could have came up with on the shitter like prior to you getting here.
yeah. You
Like,
could have
yeah.
asked the Chat
Yeah.
GPT,
Fucking
and these are
horrible,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
I
appreciate-
straight up like looked at it, and that's why I haven't looked at my
audit.
phone not once all day because
Yeah.
I was like,
You
I'm not
know,
even gonna bother, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
It's like we talk to other people's like families and shit. They're like, yeah, tell them this shit. This
Right.
shit'll be real
yeah,
fucking
dude,
good.
and it
Pretty
caught them
Lips.
all off guard. They're like,
Ask,
oh,
ask them this or ask them what's up with the fucking peggle and sucking toes and shit. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay,
like, all right, okay.
this
Well,
is good. This is I
This
may
is
not ask
content.
this. I may not ask this. I can work with this.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
I
Fuck
had
it.
yeah, no, my friends are they're that disconnected and love like the things that I do.
Pretty Lips.
Pretty Lips. That's
Pretty
the
Lips
only,
in the
the
bag.
only
I
thing
like
that was
that.
like, dude, you didn't even get the nickname right. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's fucking terrible. All
Crispy,
right.
you are almost damn near 50, brother. Like, get it right.
Damn.
All right. So something I know we're over like 2 hours. I love talking to you. This could be a 5-hour podcast if I really wanted to, but something I maybe want to ask.
Sure.
If we are going to wrap this up relatively soon, What are some different things that you're currently working on, like aspiration wise, like where like, hey, I really want to plug this. I really want to let people know these are things that I like, are on the horizon for me. And these are the things that you can expect out of Nerd in the Bay in 2026 and maybe a little bit onward.
Dude, I wish I have an answer for that question. But really, like I'm just continuing to do what I'm doing in terms of content creation, right? Just like easiest videos I can make it like reaction videos, right? But like to be able to like hone in and lock that down and trying to do like more value style content in terms of whatever game that I'm interested in, maybe like something like focusing on that. But really like just the productivity of like trying to put out videos, but also stream right at the same time, but also, whenever we do the tournaments, like be having a seat at the commentators, booth and just going out there into the other events and just spread my brand, whatever that looks like, but also like Bay Area MADHouse, because I'm one of you guys.
Yeah,
right? I represent Bay Area MADHouse. I was rocking the shirt on the finals day. But by the way, like when I took that thing off, like I got shocked to like no end. Like just taking it off, I was just like like static.
Oh, those like
yeah, like, damn, like
Really? That's crazy.
that brand, dude, it's electric, dude.
It's
How
a
much
double-edged
energy?
sword, man.
I've
Hell
never
yeah.
experienced that with that shirt. What? Do you not use any of that? The static things, fabrics, and the
What are you
dryer?
talking about, dude?
Did
I
you
don't
give
wash
him
that
it?
shirt.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I just been wearing it, and then I handed it off to fucking
no,
Nerd.
I took it off like after the last day of Winter Showdown, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had to swing it around just so that the static is like can completely go away. I think I got shocked by a metal part of the shirt, and then.
Yeah, it does. That's such a nice fucking polo, dude. I
Yeah.
love those polos, dude.
Those polos are
Dude,
amazing, actually.
I mean that's the cost that you have to do if you want to represent Bay Area MADHouse. Is like be wary.
Yeah.
the shock curl.
You may not be you may not be enough for Bay Area MADHouse if you can't rock the shirt and withstand it.
Rock the shirt.
Gotta
Go
take 5 amps.
Go to Vietnamese bars and fart everywhere. Like it's just MADHouse is something, man. Fucking hell.
I mean, it's been one hell of an adventure, and I'm glad you're with us. That you joined the
Yeah?
team. And, honestly, it's been nothing but wonderful working with you. It really has.
No. And likewise, like it's been a blast working with you guys and getting to know every single one of you. And like, if I didn't fuck with you guys heavy, like then I just wouldn't just be competing and stuff like that. But because I vibe with you guys so heavily, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, fuck that person or whatever. Like,
Oh shit.
you kiss my ass and all that stuff, right? So, like, yeah. No, I fuck with you guys heavy, and like you just if you want, you just tell me like where to shoot. I'm like okay, like where you want me to aim, and I got you guys. So
Awesome.
for the war effort, right?
For the war effort, dude. It takes all of us, dude. And hey,
Yeah.
we're not gonna win this all on our own. No matter how much energy drinks I drink on my own, or Atlanta, or anything like that, dude. Any great general needs all the best soldiers that we can muster.
Sure.
Wow. Well, thank you, Nerd, for all this, and you really, letting it all out there from the beginning of like the emotional and everything. And thank you for everything, like all the good talks and all the pop culture, man.
Hell yeah,
This was one for the books.
dude. Thank you guys for having me, and then I'm here for the ride.
All right, Nerd in the Bay, everyone.
Let's do top camera.
mad.
Everybody, stay mad.
Stay mad.
Everyone point. There we
Stay
go.
mad.
There we go. Got everybody.
Sick.
All right, let's go do drugs.
Do the drugs.
the drug.
Get the baby oil
Get
now.
the baby oil.